minutes now. Dibs out.
Dibs out on what?
Recap, I'm eating.
Well, what are you eating?
Pizza. You would know that if you were looking at the camera.
Oh, of course. Do you know how much I am looking at right now?
No.
Okay. That is fair. Oh, man. And, oh, wow. Wait. Oh, heavens. Man, I almost forgot something major. Hold on a second. That would have been embarrassing. Yeah, so I'm glad I have it on the the game will start shortly screen because I forgot to bring up something that's supposed to fill in the overlay, and that would have been all bad. Oh, so you say you're eating pizza, huh? Space pizza?
From Pizza Planet.
Yes. And the System Italios.
After coming from Planet Fitness.
Oh, wait, do you actually go to Planet Fitness? Is that your gym?
I literally went there just before session. I had to grab groceries, so I grabbed something quick to eat, and that's why I'm eating now when I'm not ready to go.
Proud of you, man.
Man, heck yeah. Dude, get it in, man. We are proud of you. Let me turn this here. Okay.
I will say
become the Alloy Argus.
This pizza is super crispy. Listen to this.
Mmm.
That's like straight up ASMR level.
Ew, he chewed in our ear. Ew.
More specifically, I took a single bite. I made sure I didn't stop chewing.
Mm-hmm.
Ew. In my ear.
Oh, man. What was it? Because I got a couple of shout-outs I got to do, as a matter of fact. Dear heavens, where is it at? Where's it at? Where's it at?
So while I was looking at the footage, I realized that sometimes in the session, our visuals in Discord on the YouTube stream will just freeze. So
yes, I saw that.
I don't know how to fix that.
Because that's something I gotta fix. Apparently I am not working with enough power here with my computer to run.
It is a laptop, brother.
It is. It is.
You have 100 watts going into your battery.
On a laptop.
Yep. Okay. So, how can I do this? Okay, so if we do not have too many gifts in the dice box, I think I could keep things steady.
Ooh, that might be asking a lot.
Yeah, that's asking a lot, man. Those gifts are our life.
I know. But we will see.
We love you. But do we love you that much?
That is the question. As a matter of fact, I said I would send out.
I have a feeling someone might need to call Tonto.
Yes, someone give that man a call. We need our native Haitian.
Is that you opting me to give him a call?
Yes.
Fine.
Thank you. Make sure you take a huge bite in his ear. Oh man, but yeah, it's been quite the day. So we got computer issues, we got all types of issues happening right now. But the good news is that we're not going to let it stop us. Not in the slightest. At least I don't think so. All right, there it is. I'm about to say, I was like, come on, this live stream should have been up by now. All right. So it is up. We be live. And, so my peoples, aside from the new water heater, which I kind of talked about earlier, I finally put up a banner on my YouTube channel that is actually, is very close to being decent.
He was barely speaking English, but he said he'll be here.
Oh, you okay?
He was asleep.
Oh.
Yeah, like he's one of those types of people that when he wakes up, it takes a few moments for his brain to start processing words.
Right.
So like, yeah, I'm not. Was pretty much all I got.
No, it's all right. It's all right.
The other two left.
Oh.
Draco and Cass just both dipped out.
Well, they will be back. Oh, also, someone has to get Ty. Typhoon 44.
Ty said he's in a 5-minute call.
Oh. Well, yeah, because I'm looking at so many screens.
In 5, mature call is what he said.
Oh.
Nature call. Nature call. Sorry. Those all had very different meanings. Mature call. Anyways, I'm going to keep eating my pizza now.
Please do, dude. Don't stop on my behalf. I mean, come on. All right. I bet not. Because we're going to have a good session. Interesting things are going to happen. And that is interesting.
Hell no.
Ha-ha! There he is.
Yep. There I isn't.
How's it going, Typhoon 44?
Doing well. Doing well.
I am glad it is doing well. Or going well. Or whatever the heck it is.
It's something anyway, right?
Most definitely. And I am doing way too much. There we go. At the same time, but actually, now that I think about it, that's kind of what we GMs do, right? We multitask.
Okay. Thank you for the information on Jane and Jackson.
Definitely. It's basic, and I hope to clean it up soon, but that'll at least get us started. Yeah, sorry it took me so long, but...
Terminated connections. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, so what I'm trying to do is I am trying to create like these little character cards, and I think I know how to have them on a slideshow, so our wonderful viewers will be able to kind of see the basic stats of the characters along with some picture that we can generate with Hero Forge.
Right.
Which we are not sponsored by, but we definitely use them, love them, and it's okay in my book.
Yep.
Just okay.
Oh, snap. Tonto Tomahawk, how's it going?
Apologies for being a little bit late. I didn't sleep at all today.
Oh, no.
What the? I didn't catch all of what Draco or someone just said.
Then Mom came into town, went for lunch. It was a nice visit.
Oh, that's
came
good.
back home and napped, and well, here we are.
Definitely. And oh, wait a minute, did
out of our antenna, so Draco is fixing it right now. I'm on my hotspot. Dark Lovely's message. In Esper Genesis space.
Yeah, you guys are definitely going to let me know what it says because I cannot keep track of that many screens.
Sorry, our router fell off the corner of my desk and ripped out of our antenna, so Draco is fixing it right now. I'm on my hotspot. Anyway, so temporary technical difficulty for them.
Most definitely. But all will be well. I mean...
Of course.
Remember, was it the last session where it's like my internet completely just pooped out in the middle of the game?
Yeah. I think it was last session.
Oh yeah.
Oh, hey. There she is.
Yeah. We're gonna power through.
Of course. There's my girl. Say hi.
Oh, they're getting everything. Oh, wait. Did I hear something? Oh, they're still getting their audio together.
Yeah.
Don't worry, once we get the audio, nothing can stop us.
Except internet issues.
True. Once we get the the audio and the internet together, nothing can stop us.
Well, if we have to, let's fall all the way back to just our phones.
Man. Oh, Allo, you remember them days when I was running games on my phone?
It's very hard not to remember how frustrating those days got.
Because the thing is,
Hey,
I never
now.
heard it from your guys' end, so I don't know how frustrating it was for you guys. It was kind of for me because I'll be in the middle of some long, drawn-out description, and then finally you guys will be like, yeah, we heard none of that. Say it again?
Yeah. That happened so many fucking times.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
like it was almost every session it happened. And of course, like, he can't hear us yelling, "We can't hear you!"
Yeah, that was hilarious because I would get the tail end of that. You know, I'm like in full character, and I'm the villain's having a monologue, and then all of a sudden, hear you. Like, what? Wait, what? Hear me? What? You're like, no, we can't hear you. I mean, oh,
Son of a fish.
okay.
Hey, how goes it? Thought I'd scare everybody for a second.
That's all right. Go ahead, get yourself on here. Don't worry. I mean, you're itty bitty, but I mean, not to mention, I haven't shifted over to our regular game screen anyway. But all will be well. All will be well. Is Draco in, or is he having his?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. Well, as soon as he pops in and we're able to hear him,
Yeah.
we will get
trying
started.
to say something, but I ain't hearing anything, sweetie.
As always, we will figure it out. We will power through. We will overcome. We will improvise. We will succeed.
Or we will nap trying.
Yeah.
Did you say or we will nap trying?
That is what he said, yes.
Sound a little bit on the tired side, Tonto.
Just a wee bit.
Oh,
He's doing it again.
well, I'd rather have him do have Typhoon do the robots now before we get started.
Right.
Get it out of his system right away.
Exactly.
I wonder if it's going to be more consistent with him using the camera, though.
Probably.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
dude.
have to turn the camera back off.
Yeah, man. Don't get me wrong. You're a handsome guy, but I'd rather have your voice than your face.
Yeah. Let's see how that does.
So far, so good.
Now, part of the reason it messed up is for the camera to work. Seeing as I don't have a phone stand right now, I have to hold it. The minute I touch anything electronic, I zap energy from it.
That is weird, but interesting.
If it makes you feel any better, my webcam, it has this like little tripod that the legs are on, but I can never get it to balance properly.
Mm-hmm.
So all three of those legs are currently in a small hobby vise that sits on my desk and actually keeps it standing straight.
There you go. Whatever.
Oh.
Yeah, the suction cup on the hobby vise fell off fucking forever ago, so it's it still has the vise part, but I don't need it as much anymore. So.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But I've had this thing for I was still living in the fourplex, so it's got to be like 10 years now.
That's it. We lost gas.
That's all right. They're resetting and doing everything to get started. So, see, unlike other streams, right, we don't mind showing our flaws in our technical errors. At least in the live stream. I'm gonna edit all this out, like what I posted as a video.
Do like super cuts.
We got picture back.
Hey, say that again, Typhoon.
We got her picture back. I see you.
All right, but do we have her audio?
Testing, testing.
Oh,
Yay!
sounded good too. Where's the Draco? Where's the Draco?
Is he still on the roof?
Yeah. Tell him don't do anything fancy. No backflips off the roof. Just climb down normally.
Right.
No, do a backflip.
Parkour off the neighbor. He's going to parkour off the neighbor's trailer, the top of his truck, the hood of the car, and through the front door.
If
Yeah,
we
I know.
don't have it on video, I don't want him to do it. Okay.
No, chances are what would have happened is he takes that first step off the roof and just thud.
Wait a minute. He's
yeah,
here.
that's that. Yeah. Failed dice roll.
When life rolls a nat 1.
Yep.
Oh,
Hey,
oh,
Hey,
Yay.
there's
We
the
have an audio.
Draco.
y'all, backflip I did off the neighbor's trailer.
Dagnabbit. I knew I missed a backflip. I just knew it. Oh,
When life rolls you lemons off the loot table.
drink dice aid.
okay. We have
Yeah, you
everyone
Gotta make sure it's not a
here.
mimic.
Okay, let me see here. Roll call, everyone. Alloy, let me hear you.
Here.
All right. Draco, let me hear you.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, Dark Lovely, let me hear you.
I am here.
Ooh, she getting into character already, I can tell. All right, Tonto Tomahawk, let me hear you.
I'm awake.
About time.
Oh,
That was so convincing.
I know, right?
I would like a reconfirmation on if he's awake or not.
Right, get out of your sleep box, man. Get the blanket off. All right.
You honestly should have heard him when he woke up.
Open the window.
Yeah, yes, I will
Do you know
open
how
my
fucking cold it
non-openable.
is right now?
I will open my non-openable window by smashing it, so it's permanently open.
Oh, all right.
Isn't a non-openable window a safety hazard?
It
Yeah.
won't be after it's open.
Shh.
No, I mean like in case of fire.
In case of fire, I'm just fucked.
Exits.
Oh,
Like it's warm, it's cuddly, I'm
All-
sleeping.
All I can picture is that meme. This is fine.
That's pretty
Right?
much it. I'm gonna look at the fire, but like, go back to bed. Still toasty. I might just remove my shirt.
okay. Typhoon 44, let me hear you.
I'm not there.
Let me hear your war cry.
All right, that is
I'm not
everybody. All right, coolness. All right, everyone, give me a moment. We got the fancy intro. I got to go ahead and go through, and then we will get started with finding out who does and does not want to do the recap. Give me just a moment.
Tibbs out. I was thrown under the bus last week. It's not happening again.
Right?
Yeah.
Quiet.
Memory
Hold on a moment.
doesn't-
Let me say this. Ahem. How's it going, you beautiful people, and welcome to this video. I'm Cobalt GM, and we're about to play the tabletop role-playing game Esper Genesis by Alligator Alley Entertainment. Before we begin, let me tell you a little something about our players. We have the beautiful Dark Lovely. We have, she's playing our Keshian Princess, Aura. Next, we have the awesome Alloy playing the Ashen Forge Warrior Argus. Then we have I know, right? We have the magnificent Master Draco playing the Volna Hunter Rylan Brave Stride. Next, we have the terrific Tonto Tomahawk playing the fire-blooded Promethean Sagaristio. Last, but definitely not least, we have the Titanic Typhoon 44 playing the Earthborn human captain, Jonathan T. Archer.
Titanic Typhoon. Is that a fat joke?
Not yet. All right. But that is it. Those are our players, and now it's time for one of them to grace us with a recap of our last session. Except for Alloy, because he dipped out.
I remember when that started and everyone raced to do it.
This is true. This is true. But the question is, who wants to do it now?
We were on a ship.
Oh, snap. It's the bastard Draco giving us the recap. Hit me.
Well, we were on a ship, and shenanigans happened on said ship. We never left the ship, but let's get to the details of that. So we started the previous, before we were being on the ship, we had a moment of getting sucked into a rift, or someone piloted into said rift. And it was like level 5 white rapids going through there. We had to get Argus and myself, Brave Stride, on the gunners to take out comments on the way. That did not start out good. We had the princess was hearing voices again, and was trying to check that out. We had our engineer, I don't remember his name, but
Zagaristio
going and doing engineering work with the boy Jackson, who got taken out by the work he was trying to do. And the captain was piloting like a badass through the level 5 rapids of meteors.
Shit, damn, oh, shit, oh, back this way.
I'd like to point out, if you did it right the first time, we wouldn't have had to.
Where's your sense of adventure?
A little bit after playing Meteor, we'd started hearing some roaring. We went and checked it out with the princess.
Right.
I do not remember what this creature's name was, but there was a creature there, and she's like, I'm going to walk right past that and go check out what the voice is.
Yeah, that didn't turn out too good. Yeah.
Creature did not like that, and there went our princess. While that was happening, we got the hunter, we have the warrior trying to do what they can do to fight this guy with the captain backing them up. As blows were exchanged back and forth, the captain got a good idea of using flares against this cold creature.
That was brilliant.
And it worked out pretty well. We resuscitated the princess with the medkit, and then the warrior goes down after getting swiped twice because the GM's a dick. And
why gotta be all that?
Yeah, I got messed up.
It was a good fight, though. Good fight. The engineer made it, and it was actually really intelligent about, I'm going to start heating up the room. Finally, we took it out. There was a Keshian thing. I don't know what to call it, but that Aurora was talking to. And then as we were all trying to get ourselves situated, the captain leaves and gets a message from a contact that we have no clue about, saying, you better bring my shit or else, and you have a week to do it.
Yeah.
And we don't know what happened to the blonde party girl.
Yes. Don't worry about it. You will definitely find out. Is there anything that anyone else would like to add to that recap?
The Keshian artifact that Aura was hearing voices for seemed to belong to Keshian nobility, but that's all that we know.
Yeah, and she was wanting the artifact from the captain, and he said no, and took it and hid it in his room.
Definitely, indefinitely.
Stop talking my merchandise, but I wanna. No.
Okay. I think that's about it, and I keep on forgetting a couple of special shout-outs to some people that made this possible. My friend Scott, who taught me about all of this streaming setup and hooked me up with all the incredible links to learn all of this. And also my good friend Steve. All right. Man, all right, definitely a huge support, and also a new friend that's on the Facebook page, who goes by Azen. So Azen, how's it going? And thanks for your support. Hope you're watching. But with that, let us cast our imaginations into the science fiction world of Esper Genesis. Players, you have just had a very hectic 24 hours. Starting out on a planetoid, finding an ancient Keshian prison effectively, releasing a new breed, a new species, a subspecies of the alien Kesh that were purple skin instead of the usual green. Almost an encounter with the very hostile Lorendi. From that to being crazily flown into the Keshite Rift at such an angle that almost any other ship would have been torn apart by the subspace rifts. Yet somehow, despite tumbling in subspace, despite huge meteors that were getting ready to obliterate the astral horizon, the heavy freighter that you guys are currently on, despite all the damage, you guys managed to make it out. But you went from close to the core of the galaxy, close to the core of the Silrain Arc, and emerged from that wormhole on the outskirts of the entire galaxy. A section called the Rim Sector. Anything further out is unexplored, unknown space, and a long trek to whatever galaxy may be out there. Fortunately enough, the astral horizon has just enough Saurian reserves to limp to the space station Pel Evaro. But as the astral horizon is making its approach, long-range sensors begin to detect a huge field of debris surrounding the space station.
Crap.
At the moment, these are long-range sensors, so you don't have visual, but it is detecting hundreds, no thousands, no tens of thousands of pieces of vessels, of starfighters, of other freighters. Whatever has happened here, it definitely wasn't good. All the while, inside the astral horizon, repairs are being made. The damage done from that ice creature that somehow managed to puncture through the hole, spawn, yet was taken care of by our heroes, had done some serious damage to the old girl, to this ship, as well as damaging some of our crew. Princess Aura, you're definitely recovering. Your bondservant, Ori, hasn't left your side. Argus, you too have been taking your time recovering. Every movement reminds you of what that creature did to you. The rest of you are okay. But seeing the report of so much debris ahead of you, worry begins to set in again. Captain Captain Jonathan Archer, you're at the helm.
Yep.
You see what's ahead of you. You know what you have to do.
I would assume I'm the first one to notice.
Yeah. Right.
Let's see. Shields up.
Mm.
Doing everything I can to extend sensors, including calling for the engineer to, give me a boost here, buddy.
Sagaristio, Do you find yourself still in the engineering section of the Astral Horizon?
Oh yeah, no, I'm still in engineering, taking notes of all the extensive damage and doing like repairs. Like the hull's damaged, your emergency bulkheads are sort of messed up. Life
Mm-hmm.
support systems are thankfully fully operational, but they were in threat of being offline with the main power and auxiliary power, which need repairs.
Mm-hmm.
It's not performing at 100% efficiency. Gyroscopic systems are kind of a mess. Navigation was kind of a mess, which is why we're out here.
Yes, your navigational sensors were definitely not properly aligned. It seems as if someone didn't do their job. I wonder who.
Like
Yes, well,
I'm just going through the mental checklist, and it's like
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be honest with you here, Captain. Like how you got this thing even functioning the way you have. It's a miracle that you guys didn't crash into anything beforehand. I'm gonna say,
intercom times.
I'm gonna
Hey,
say, good boy.
Saggy, whatever you're doing, boost up some sensors. I need a better look up here.
I'll see what I can do, but I'm not gonna say give your boy shit, but I want to give your boy shit.
Give him all the shit you want. Just give me those sensors.
I'm gonna leave that to you. Like,
Yeah, you can reroute some power to the sensors, but if you mess up, the ship is definitely going to be worse off. All right, given how frail it is, the DC is 14 if you want to make that check, or do you want to tell him that it's a no-go?
that's a risky move there, Captain. I can boost it. It just I knock it out completely with the damage.
But we got something big going on, and I need more information before we get too much closer. At that, I'll power down engines and just coast. Start powering down and make it look like we're just debris floating in space.
All right. If he powers the stuff down like he says, that drops the DC down to 11.
Well, I can help out and reroute some power to give it a slight boost.
Mm-hmm.
So it shouldn't affect too much. It's might see the lights dim just a bit, but it should be fine.
Right. Well, then, give me that roll. You head over to the main console. Everyone is able to hear the various systems of the ship begin to wind down. You begin interacting with the holographic display, Sacristio. You finally go ahead and grab that one sphere and begin turning it to reroute power.
21.
Woo! You begin to see a couple of sorium spikes here and there that would threaten to actually blow out a couple of the targeting systems, perhaps the control setup for the engines, but you catch them in time. You even dispatch your drones to go ahead and repair the coupling links for those systems. Sensors have been boosted. Captain?
Okay.
Captain, that should do it just nicely.
Take a closer look.
All right. Before we do that, Argus, are you resting in one of the guest quarters, or are you still in the bridge?
I'm still in the bridge.
All right. Rylan, bridge or in the quarters?
I'm probably in the quarters.
Okay. Princess Aura.
Typical cat.
Princess Aura, you in the quarters, or are you on the bridge?
Knowing Ori, she's most likely nagged me into a quarters.
Oh, yes. And she has just been fussing over you non-stop. As a matter of fact, we were going to cut to that scene right now. Aura, you've been on your back since the situation. She's made sure the bed's warm, that the sheets have been warmed up to your liking. She's been trying to feed you, been trying to pour every type of conceivable drink for you, to make sure your head's elevated, to make sure your bandages are changed every hour. All the while, as she's fretting about, you can tell that she is struggling to hold back the tears. What do you do, Aura?
Worry, I'm really fine now.
Your Grace, I'm sure you may believe so, but such a grievous injury is going to take time to heal, Your Grace, and so rest is definitely required. Do you need any more hydration?
No. Do you think I'm gonna get a cool scar from this?
By the stars, no, we will find the best menders to make sure not a single scar will be upon your perfect skin, Your Grace.
I don't know. Getting an ice spear through the chest, that's a great story.
That isn't... If you say, Your Grace, but you almost... Pardon me, Your Grace. And with that, she kind of rushes off to the refresher room.
So now that I'm alone, I'm just gonna kind of lay back and sigh and just be like, yep, I gotta get better at this fighting stuff, I think, if I'm gonna be running with these people.
With that thought, you begin to hear the whispers one more time, offering you power, offering you skill, letting you know that the ancient Kesh were warriors before they were explorers.
The voices are tempting, but I also know not to shit where I eat, so I can't afford to piss off the captain.
Definitely. The door to the refresher opens up and you see Ori has cleaned up her face and she's put on her composure once again. Yes. Your Grace, dinner will be served in the hour. Is there anything else I can do for you? Perhaps elevate your legs.
I honestly think maybe it wouldn't hurt for me to go for a little stroll.
But Your Grace, you would be in pain. We simply cannot have that. If there's some place you wish to go, Your Grace, I may not be capable, but I will try to carry you.
All right, well, if you're not going to let me go somewhere with my body, then tell me a story so I can go somewhere with my mind.
Oh, most definitely, Your Grace. Please get comfortable. Let me turn up the temperature just a little bit more to make sure that you're warm. After she does so, she goes ahead and she grabs this disc. It's almost like a plate. It's about close to about 1.5 feet in diameter. She taps it and it hovers and she hops onto it so that she's sitting. And she turns to you. If you don't mind, Your Grace, I shall tell of the folly of your sister. When the galaxy at large was made aware that the perfect princess wasn't always perfect. Would you like to hear this tale, Your Grace?
I am fascinated. Yes, proceed.
And with that, she begins to spill the tea. But cutting over, Rythan, Brave Stride. You're in your quarters. Tell me, what are you doing?
Cleaning my gear.
Right.
Probably took a nap at some point, got some shut eye, and got right back to doing what I need to do.
Definitely. Right, you check your rifle. It's in perfect working order. You took it apart, cleaned the individual parts, put it back together. You went to sharpen your blades. checking out the name of your parents, remembering back on your home world, lush jungle and plains as far as the eye can see. You remember the beautiful glowing rivers. You remember that sense of connection you had with your world, with the wildlife, even with the plant life. The perfect balance of will, survival, and nature. Unfortunately, when you hear the sound of the various systems powering down, you're kind of brought back to the fact that you're on this very dead ship. Not dead as in without power, but there's no connection. There's no life in this metal, in these parts. You almost feel as if you've been stuffed into a container. But as you're experiencing this, what do you do, Ride and Brave Stride?
Well, if I'm hearing systems go on and off and on and off, I'm probably going to go take solace in the gunner seat that I have taken claim to. At least I can gaze out far there.
Definitely. You put your weapons into their various sheaths. You stand up. Your door slides open. You head over to the gunner seat where you've already put a couple of like feathers and other accoutrements to kind of make it more your style than anything else. Hop into the seat immediately. The nano straps gel forth and then slide over you and lock into place. And as you're looking out, all you see are in the distance like these flecks that are not stars, but you realize it's the little bit of light out here that's reflecting off of bits of debris. And wherever there are bits of debris like this, you know that ships have been destroyed.
The damn graveyard.
Thanks for joining us, Fuzzball.
No problem, Cap.
Argus, you're aboard the bridge. You're able to hear the captain as he's making various comments about the debris that is now showing up on this holographic sphere that's in the center of the bridge. Of course, the astral horizon is at the center, and near the edge of this holographic sphere are countless dots representing the debris field. There's also a line traveling from that even further to let you know that the deep space station Pel Evaro is barely within range. Tana has been at your side, staring, wondering, not sure of what to say, and every now and again she pokes you.
What, Tana?
Argus, you feel pain, right?
Yes.
Do those hurt right now?
A little. Not bad. I'm getting used to it.
Okay, this is going to sound horrible, but it's never talked about how Ashen Forged feel because, I mean, you already know you're Ashen Forged. Of course, you know that we kind of created you, but sometimes it's hard to remember that you're alive. And I didn't think about that, and so I'm sorry until I saw you like that, and I almost lost you, like I almost lost Ramdal, and
Miss Tana, I am first and foremost a warrior. I am here to protect you. And I did my job. There is no shame in taking injury for doing your duty, please do not worry.
But you're the toughest thing that I know, and if something, I didn't think there was anything tougher than you.
Well, I got back up. That is half the fight.
Yeah, you're right. And she goes ahead and she kind of wipes her tears and whatnot. You're right. That is half the fight. Oh, look at this debris field. As she tries to change the subject. So a lot of stuff. I wonder what it is.
It is pieces of various types of ships scattered around this station. I imagine probably trying to outrun them, steal from them, or unwelcome entry.
Yeah,
Wait.
we're about to find out. I need added eyes on those sensor readouts. And if you wouldn't mind taking the other gun seat, I noticed Fuzzball's got his.
Of course, Captain.
Right.
And I will go and take the other gunner seat.
Okay. We have everyone on the their positions. Argus, as you're getting up to head over there, finally you hear. Oh, that's a wicked. Hey.
Hello.
So, where's the party at? Where are we going?
Miss, the party is over.
Honey, get her downstairs. We don't need that on the bridge right now.
Oh, right. Oh, so I know the party's over, but we're going to another one, right? And she starts kind of twirling her hair. I mean, you're the captain, right? You know where the next party is, right?
Miss,
Yeah.
I was... Oh, she's talking to him. Gotcha.
Yeah, I know where there is a party, but you ain't gonna like the kind of partying we're looking at. So do me a favor, take yourself downstairs. Honey, put her in a guest quarters and keep her there. Jackson, get your ass up here. I need you on scanners.
Right.
Miss Tana, please try to help them out as much as you can, too.
And with that, Tana, she goes ahead, she nods and hops on the console and adjusts it to her physiology, since the dentist, they have the 2 digits and a thumb instead of 4 fingers and a thumb. So she's able to press a couple of holographic controls, and it molds perfectly to a way that she's able to use it. Immediately after that, the door slides open, and Jane Archer, Captain Jonathan Archer's wife, she shows up and she grabs the arm of Lillian, your guys' current stowaway. She's like, "This way, come on." Oh, okay, harsh. Okay, there's no need to be so aggro. Okay, hold on, just a moment. Doo-doo. Hey y'all, this is your girl Lillian. All right, making sure to upload to the sim. All right, because you guys haven't heard from me in a while.
Dear Lord, she's one of those.
Right. As she has her little communicator on her watch, and this little disc comes up and it begins to scan her so that it's able to post to the Silrain Intergalactic Matrix, which is this universe's internet, effectively. Right? Either way, she is still trying to record this pose, even as Jane is dragging her off. Argus, you make it over to the gunner seat, hop in, it straps you in automatically, and the debris begins to kind of twinkle into existence off in the distance. The other door to the bridge opens up, and Jackson, he rushes in. He has a bandage over his head from the last adventure. He hops into the seat.
Take a quick look over at him. You gonna make it through this?
Yeah, Dad, yeah. I'm able, Captain, sir. You boosted the sensors.
What happens when you don't? And I indicate towards his head.
Yes, sir. Clearing up the long-range sensors now. You should have a better view, sir, now. He hits a button, and Captain, go ahead, give me that perception check with advantage.
Okay. 1 second.
Definitely. You go ahead and you reach out and you actually bring the holographic sphere that
Damn it.
as you
He
bring
hates me tonight.
go ahead.
No, he with advantage, he still only got an 8.
Got you. All right. You go ahead, you bring it in, and you're trying to zoom in so that you're able to clearly identify the shape and size of all the bits of debris that are currently in front of you. But unfortunately, it's too numerous. Do you take the Astral Horizon in anyway?
We're posting that general direction. I'm not going to fire engines again until I have a better idea what's out there.
Okay.
Give me a hand looking for blaster fire, burn marks, explosive evidence.
Got you.
We need to know what's going on, people.
Captain, have you tried, like, calling them?
No radio communication going out at this time.
Around this time, this is when Sagaristia would actually be coming up to the bridge with basically a laundry list of all the damages for the captain.
Yeah, you have the holographic screen right there above your cybernetic arm, and you're just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling before you get stopped by young Jill Archer. And with that, she's just kind of staring at you, and she kind of cocks her head to the side. Did you fix it?
I fixed as much as I could. A lot of it still needs fixing, but...
Excuse me for a couple of minutes.
Mm-hmm.
We're afloat.
My mom said you're pompous. What does that mean?
Nothing good, but, your mom has her opinions of Prometheans, and she's welcome to have her opinions.
Did you cause that war on Earth that made the Earth all yucky?
At that comment, he's just gonna kind of look up for a moment, drift off for a moment in thought before coming back to the reality of it. Remembering, this is just a little girl, doesn't know any better. It's okay. She'll learn one day.
Can I
I'm
touch
gonna
your
shake my
hair?
head. I'm like, no.
Can I touch your hair? Can I touch your? Can I touch your hair? And she's like trying to reach up and jump up and touch it.
I'm just gonna kind of laugh, and I'll kneel down, so I'm almost at eye level.
Mm-hmm.
Still fairly tall, but at least now she shouldn't need to jump up to touch his hair.
Right.
Actually feel his dreads and all of that.
Mm-hmm. He goes, it feels just like human hair.
Well, Prometheans were, humans once.
Why'd you change?
Everyone evolves at some point. Our people just chose to evolve in a different manner.
My mom says that you are ungrateful for what nature has done for you, and so you spit in her face.
Like I said, your mom's welcome to her opinions, but we Prometheans, we went out and found our own way.
Well, are you going to come back?
I'm sure one day we will, but we want to see what the cosmos has to bring.
Okay, bye. She walks off, like completely done with the conversation. Right, as you continue your way to the bridge.
Gotta chuckle at that, and it's good to see curious kids.
Right.
So, yeah, I head over to the bridge, and I see the captain kind of mulling over all of the sensory information. And that's what I noticed, why he's not really able to focus on anything. Still sort of glitching out, so I go over and I sort of Fonzie his console.
You're like, let's see, I have just the right tool for this. And then you whack it.
Yes.
Go ahead. Make your mechanics check with a +2. But yeah, while that's happening, Rylan Bravestride, Argus, from your gunner positions, as you guys are getting closer to the debris field, now you're actually able to make perception checks of your own.
Really?
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah, the Fonzie didn't work this time. You go ahead and you smack the console, but unfortunately you did it with your cybernetic hand, and it was a little bit too hard as you left an imprint into the console, and now the hologram that was showing the surrounding debris field is glitching even more so.
Next time, just play with the antennas.
Yeah, those are not doing very good either, Captain. And I'll send him the list. Just like,
I'm wiping my window of frost
Right.
that I
More-
caused.
Frost just comes by again.
Oh, is that a natural one I see?
On a perception check.
Yep.
Most definitely. I will remember that. Oh, man. But
We're doomed.
that is not true yet. The doom is coming.
I'm wiping my own breath off the window repetitively for some reason.
Right?
The window keep frosting.
As the astral horizon is slightly gliding and tumbling into the debris field. We'll jump back to Princess Aura. As Ori is finishing up the tale of the imperfect perfect princess, which just so happens to be Princess Aura's older sister. And so, Your Grace, completely unaware that the hover limo had accidentally clipped the hem of her dress. As it departed, it tore completely off of her.
Oh, what?
She spun around several times, screaming wildly while the world looked on.
Wow, that is horrifying.
Ah, yes, your father. He hired a brand new media team to make sure that would never get out into the Silrain intergalactic matrix. But in some corners of
Obviously
it,
did great work. I'd never heard of that.
that was the point. But it does seem that this tale has lifted your spirits, Your Grace. So, I am glad.
Next time I see my sister, I'm just gonna spin a few times in front of her.
With that, Ori kind of grins, but then she stifles it because it's not proper for her to laugh at a noble's misfortune.
It's okay, you can laugh.
But it's not proper, Your Grace. And with that, you see Ori's eyes get kind of heavy, and she begins to lean a little bit to the side, seeing as how you can barely recall the last time she actually slept.
Ori, I think you need some sleep.
Yes. What? No, Your Grace. I simply need another dose of caffeination, and all will be fine.
If you don't sleep, you're not going to be able to think as clearly, and it's going to be a lot easier for me to take advantage of you if you're sleep deprived.
Oh, but
Think of all of the additional trouble I could get into.
Giggity.
no, Your Grace. Well, do you promise not to get into any trouble if I take a very short rest?
I will not go looking for trouble while you are sleeping.
Well put.
And so with that, Ori, she climbs onto the bed with you. and just lies on top of the covers next to you. And she sets a timer for just 30 minutes. But, Your Grace, I am lowborn. I am not allowed to do that.
Ori, get under the covers.
But if anyone had ever found out, Your Grace, are you certain?
What do I gotta be afraid of? Like, what is the big deal if I let my friend sleep in my bed with me?
But I'm not your friend, Your Grace. I am only your bondservant. I'm expendable.
No, Ori, you're my friend.
And with that, she kind of wipes a tear. As you wish, Your Grace. I shall be the best friend that has ever been assigned to you. And with that, she carefully gets into the covers, though she makes sure still not to touch. And she kind of pulls it up to her chin, and she looks over at you with endearing eyes, then heavy eyes. And she is fast asleep. Before I cut over to Argus in the gunner position, do you do anything while she is resting, Aura?
I'm gonna try to stay out of trouble, so I will just lay quietly and contemplate the meaning of life.
Oh, okay. For a second there, I was like, oh, she's going to sneak out. I know it. I know she's going to sneak out that bed. I just know it. But it is fine. With that, you just kind of put your hands behind your head, take a deep breath, and kind of just go back and think about how you managed to get here, how you went from a stuffy, very observed life to a party ship, to a planetoid, to an ancient Keshian prison, and now aboard this ship with failing systems. But as you're contemplating that, Argus, you're in the gunner seat, and now you realize that the astral horizon is getting closer and closer to the debris field. Give me that perception check.
Let me just double check my numbers here.
No problem.
Only a 2.
You're our last hope.
It was that bad.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
This ought to be good. Yeah.
You were saying?
Yeah. Thank you.
Me, baby.
8. Consistently, I am seeing 8s.
Yep.
And by that one.
Definitely. So,
Do the scrambler.
stop reading my notes.
That wasn't a note, actually.
Captain Jonathan Archer. Immediately, you see your son's console flash red. The flickering hologram of the sensor begins flickering even more wildly, and it's usually this kind of yellow, kind of goldenish construct of lines, but now they immediately turn to red as the collision alarm begins blaring. That there's going to be a collision in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Firing up and tilting nose down 30 degrees. Power dive.
All right. Give me that that dexterity check with your proficiency bonus, but it's still at disadvantage. This is a split-second reaction, and you realize that you have to power up the systems and hopefully enough be able to get those maneuvering thrusters online in time to dodge this chunk of space debris that's threatening to collide with the astral horizon.
And disadvantage was
Yeah.
just DIS or
It's
I had a brain.
After the equation.
Hmm?
after the equation. So yeah, you type in the equation, and then space DIS. Yeah, like that.
Fuck yeah, thank you.
Wait, what's that?
So disadvantage. He rolled an 18.
Wow.
Lol.
Okay.
My ship, my home.
And so, immediately, you shunt power back to the thrusters. All right, both the main and the maneuvering. All right, you grab the liquid metal joystick that kind of molds to your hand, and you kind of shove it forward and to the side, and immediately, you're able to see out of the canopy of the bridge this chunk of another ship pass within just a meter of the bridge's canopy. If that had collided, there would have been another breach. Someone aboard the bridge may have been sucked out into space. But by the skin of your teeth, you were able to dodge it. You guys are getting closer and deeper into this debris field, as now it was in the distance, but now it's all around you. Gunners, you're able to see these chunks of various different types of alien species ships all over the place. Some battle had taken place, and these are definitely the losers. Unfortunately, there is one type of alien vessel parts that you have not seen. And that is the Lorendi. But Captain, you realize that you could turn the thrusters off and try to glide again, but you're definitely going to crash into different parts. Are you going to maneuver in and spend the last of the reserves? Or how do you want to tackle this?
Captain, I can make sure that you got a little bit of extra power, but I don't know what that's going to do to any other additional systems.
Right. Well, I got enough to make it on in. Keep close eye on shielding. Be ready to boost it. We got no choice. We got to get more fuel.
And with that, finally, Tana, she goes, Taryn? Captain? I can actually calculate a course that will take us the most efficient way to Pel Evaro. Unfortunately, there are things in the way, but I believe our gunner should be able to take those out. And that way we will actually have just a little bit more than enough fuel. And with that, Jackson is like, Jackson's like, I'm double checking her work and I think she's right. And Tani's like, I know I'm right, Taryn. All right. I'm with the science guild.
Let's see what you got.
Oh, definitely.
Buzzball, big guy, you got the guns. You heard the lady.
Okay, and so this is definitely going to require everyone. I need perfectly timed boost of thrusters at these points as she puts them up onto the hologram. If we're off with the boost, then we may be in a little bit of trouble and encounter more debris because there's over 1,718 different...
The odds.
Right, Captain. All right. Please pilot the Astral Horizon along this course. She goes ahead, she puts it up for you, and you have to hit a give me that pilot check. And with her expert astrophysics, you do get advantage. While you're getting ready to pilot the Astral Horizon along the course that she has projected, she contacts Sagaristio. Promethean? I'm sorry, I'm terrible with names. Hold my tentacles. Okay, listen, we could do this, but I need you to actually give just a little bit of extra power to the thrusters on the mark, exactly when I say. Can you do that?
You are.
While she's telling me that, I'm going to kind of psych myself up a bit, because, oh yeah, hell yeah. I'm excited for this. I'm gonna use Amplify ability, one of my prime techniques.
Nice.
I'm gonna boost this ability check. I'm like, yeah, you give me the mark. I'll be ready.
So with that, she goes ahead and immediately sends you a holographic timer, and it looks like she's going to need a boost in exactly 17 seconds. Give me that roll. Utilize your boost, and also thanks to her timing, you're +2. All right, that's going to boost us directly in the path of these 4 pieces of debris that need to be blasted out of our way. Gunners, are you ready? I'm sending you the targeting information now. And immediately, the hologram appears upon your heads-up displays, Argus and Brave Stride.
What's the check that we're using for this? Is this pilot, or what is this?
Oh, this is going to be dexterity. You're going to be, if you are proficient in vehicle space, then okay, then you get to add your proficiency bonus to pretty much a dex check. But yeah, these are dex checks, and due to her calculations and the fact that she's even calculated the trajectory of the debris, the DC is only 10.
Well, you got my piloting check there.
Oh, looks good. And with the boot. Oh!
Nice.
He's big.
Captain, you go ahead and you are following this holographic line to the T. She has it superimposed on the heads-up display, so you're able to look into space and actually follow the line like that.
Okay.
In engineering, Sagaristio, you have your hand hovering right over the holographic button to boost, and you hit it exactly when the timer hits 0. These 2 chunks were getting ready to actually collide together with the astral horizon in the center. And they need to be blasted exactly with almost pinpoint precision. Brave Stride, Argus, you guys fired the astral horizon's dual cannons and blasted these chunks away. 2 more remaining. I need another piloting check, but this is a regular one from the captain. I need 1 more mechanics check from Sagaristio, and I need another round of fire from Argus and Brave Stride.
Not as good that time, but
Not as good, but definitely 1 over what you actually needed. You actually had to pull an audible a little bit. You had to improvise a bit because you realized it was getting ready to clip the wing of the astral horizon. And so you went ahead and went into a barrel roll and you dodged the last huge chunk of debris. And it's almost a straight shot to Pel Evaro. There's 1 more boost that's needed. Otherwise, you're not going to outrun the path of another piece of debris.
crit success.
Oh! 23, 20. What is this?
I'm leveraging the power while I'm at it, so the systems don't
That's a
start
nat
failing
20.
with the boost.
Oh!
Nat 20. Nat 20.
With that nat 20, not only do you blast your bit of debris, but you even get Argus's before he has a chance to line up his shot.
That's how you do it, big man.
I think this only makes us tied.
And with that last boost, it is anxiety causing as you're looking through the various viewports and the debris is floating all around, almost seemingly like it's getting ready to collide, but it always is missing due to the perfect trajectory that was laid out by Tawny, flown by Captain Archer. The other pieces shot away by Argus and Brave Stride, and perfectly timed boost by the Promethean Sagaristio. You guys have made it through the worst of the debris field and into communication range of Pel Evaro. Man, good job. Ooh, there was some stuff there. Oh, that ship was getting ready to be destroyed.
He was actually trying to kill us in Section 4.
I don't know what you're talking about. Well, you guys handled it perfectly fine.
So much for being an epic campaign.
Yeah. What are you talking about? This is nice and smooth and simple, right?
That comment from earlier where you're like, oh, someone might have gotten sucked out of the cockpit. It's kind of like, oh, is that what?
Hey, look, if it was the party girl, we would have been fine.
Why y'all don't like Lillian? What's wrong with her?
Just don't need her on the bridge at the moment.
This is true.
She's a damn social, what's the word? Influencer.
Which, in the by and by, I don't know if you'd heard me, but as she's trying to broadcast, I was flipping the switch to jam.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need giving away us before I'm ready.
Sounds good. All right. But with that, like I said,
Raspberry addict.
you guys are within the communication range of the Deep Space Station Pelivaro. Also, you guys are able to bring up the space station on sensors, and this space station is one of those with the center spiral and various segments and rings that are going around it. One of the segments that you could tell is a habitat for living is it's emitting smoke, of course, in all directions. It looks fried.
Oh, this ain't good.
The other three segments that each one probably houses, thousands of individual beings they look damaged, but it seems still functioning. The lights are still on, though some flicker. And looking at the docking rings, there's one above and one below. Each one has various ships already docked, and this place looks like it was definitely attacked at first glance.
Spare parts.
Okay. Hailing frequencies open. Requesting docking permissions. And give my information.
You get an immediate response back. Effectively a robocall, saying, approach vector denied. Deep Space Station Pel Avaro is currently experiencing an emergency. Please try again later.
Automated system. Look through my contacts real quick. Tap, tap. Sure, I know somebody on board.
Oh, you definitely do know someone. Yes, you do know someone, and she would very much like to speak with you again.
Open the channel.
And so, immediately Jackson, your son, he looks over at you. Dad, who's this?
Tell you later. Go see what you can do down in engineering. This might get a little bumpy as we come in.
You sure you don't want me on the bridge, Dad? Because
yes, sir. Get.
Yes, sir. He goes ahead, taps his straps. They undo themselves, and he gets up and gives you kind of a look before going through the doors and out of the bridge.
As soon as he's out of the bridge, I'll open her channel.
Yeah, that's how you kind of got to know her in the first place. But anyway, you go ahead and open it.
He opened her channel, all right.
Wait a minute. Did I put up the... Let me go ahead and do this real quick. All right. Just in case you're now joining us, all right. Warning, the following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences.
Did you not put it on again?
I may have forgotten.
What great timing.
Wow, man. Wow.
Either way, I put it up now. Okay.
You only have
Some
like 5
viewers
jobs,
will be
man.
advised.
Don't forget one.
I'm covered. Okay, I'm covered. Either way, It takes a few rings, as it were, but finally, she does pick up, immediately recognizing your call sign. Well, as the planets orbit, look who has stopped by my door.
Looks like you were getting it a little rough like you usually like.
Oh, you have to tell me what brings you out to these parts of the Rim sector.
Yeah. Standard issue things, running from this, chasing that. All for a little bit of nothing.
Well, you came at a horrible time.
I see. Need any fingers?
Always, but getting you through this mess may not be the easiest of tasks.
Get me a port to dock. I'll take care of the rest.
Right. As she's taking a moment to consider your request, you can't help but to go back within your memory about the last time you were with Marissa Huntley. The last time you were with her, it was actually on this station before. You guys were in a different segment 2, if you recall correctly. You were in the middle of performing, we'll just say, a task. And she was to cover for you, and she did. It just led to a massive shootout, and it led to you actually dragging her out of a firefight.
Like I said, a little rough, just like she likes it.
Definitely. But your mind is drawn back to the present. She goes, you lucked out. All right, you old space dog. Top docking ring. Space 17.
Will do.
But Archer, you owe me.
I always do, don't I?
Oh, but I'm going to make sure you pay. And with that, she goes ahead, clicks off, and Tawny, she looks over at you. Captain, we have approach coordinates. Sending it up to your heads-up display.
Okay.
You could just tell that she wants to ask you about it, but she does not.
Yeah. Good thing. Good girl. If she would have asked, I would have done the whole Jim Kirk on the inspection thing and later.
But you guys are in the clear, and you guys are currently sailing towards the deep space station Pale Evaro. You guys have a space to dock the Astral Horizon, get repairs, and kind of do the do. But as you guys are making your approach, you're able to view the deep space station even better. And you see the blaster marks. You see the destruction. One of the segments, you don't even understand how it's still flickering with a few lights. It seems almost completely burnt out.
To record all of this, certain parties might be interested in it.
Right. But the Astral Horizon makes it in to the space, lands, docking arms descend from the ceiling, materialize from the floor, locking the ship in place. The force field stabilizes to make sure that the atmosphere stays the same inside. You see other ships are also docked in this area at other spaces. People, aliens of all types and races, are all about. A lot of them seem a little bit irritated. Station security is out in force. But the good news is that the Astral Horizon has made it safely to the Deep Space Station Pellavaro. And as a matter of fact, everyone, let's take a short break. Is that cool with y'all?
Will do.
Sure.
Yep.
I could use a top up of my water.
Most definitely. So, 5 minutes sounds good?
Yep. See you in 5.
See you guys in 5 minutes.
Indeed.
Whew. Okay. All right. Oh. Wait, is I late?
No, I haven't left.
Oh, okay, cool.
I have to quit smoking. So.
You will. You will one day.
Oh no, I'm doing it now because of my liver.
Okay, got you.
Like that's why I'm still here.
Well, we definitely want you here.
And I was just beatboxing and
You almost sounded like you were trying to say something and it was cutting out on you.
yeah, probably. I have to go through my settings again.
Well, then again, I don't have the most stable of connection myself.
Oh, but whatever you're doing, it is working.
Leaving my hands away from the phone. I don't know what it is about me, but I do. I kill signal. Quick. I can literally, like right now, looking at my phone, I've got, with it laying on the counter and me away from it, 4 out of 5 bars. The minute I touch it, it drops to 2.
I see. All right. Let's see. Is everybody back? Let me go ahead and do a roll call then. Alloy,
Yo.
Dark Lovely.
Yes.
All right, Tonto Tomahawk,
Hola.
Typhoon 44,
Hey.
and last but definitely not least, Master Draco.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, just want to make sure.
For
Okay.
350.
Why is everything 350?
Just a good number.
Man, I can't afford you, bro. I can't afford you.
It's that goddamn Loch Ness monster again.
All right.
I
So-
need my RAM and next graphics card. At this point, I'm almost done rebuilding a whole new computer.
That's true. All right, then. Let us get back into it. All right. So, we left off with the Astral Horizon. After braving through this debris field of various destroyed ships, a sense of calm comes over everyone inside the Astral Horizon. It has landed, it has docked. You don't have to worry about crashing into debris, and so far, no random monsters have appeared aboard the ship.
So far.
True.
Besides the VTuber.
Ha!
Yeah. Junior ain't gonna like it. I think she's getting off here.
I'm sure she is.
Okay, let me get the warning. No.
Yeah. Yeah, do it.
I put it up already. It's fine.
Innuendo.
Princess Aura. You have been going over the various things of your life and of recent events, ignoring the slight whisper of whatever ancient Keshian thing that is in the captain's quarters inside the Astral Horizon. But now there is another voice, a louder one, a more powerful one. One that if you focus on it too much, it even makes the back of your teeth hurt. Because even though you're able to hear the individual voices, the whispers, just like from the other artifacts, this one comes in a strong ping, a small burst of intense talking and conversation. You're slightly distracted suddenly by the alarm set by your bondservant Ori that she is currently sleeping through. Tell me, Aura, what do you do?
What? Can I understand what the voices are saying?
You're trying to, but it comes at you in such a rush that it would take a roll to see if you could catch it.
What kind of roll?
This would be either a straight intelligence or it would be a perception check, whatever is higher. But you steady yourself, you focus, you try to time it, and you realize, yes, these bursts of ancient Keshian knowledge are coming at a steady rate. And you rolled a 19.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you know exactly everything about the mystery of the Kesh. The game's over. Listen, guys, thank you so much for... No, I'm joking. No. With that 19, you realize that they're not words so much as they are coordinates. They're places. Unfortunately, not being able to see or reference these ancient Keshian terms for places, it effectively means nothing but whatever this ancient Keshian artifact is, it's even more powerful than the one that's kept aboard the Astral Horizon. And as always, now that you have listened to it, it calls out to you specifically, demanding that you find it. As Ori kind of snores a bit, and she kind of turns and faces you and slowly begins to snuggle, of course, completely unaware of what she's doing because she is still in a very deep, exhausted sleep.
Has it been long enough to be considered a short rest?
For her? Unfortunately, no. She has 30 more minutes to go.
Okay. I don't know if you're gonna make me roll for this, but I'm gonna try to like stealthily just creep out of bed and tiptoe to the door.
Oh, yes, I am going to make you roll for this.
Of course.
Definitely. Roll that stealth. All right. She has turned herself, so she's against you. The DC is... Oh, it really doesn't matter now.
Ouch.
Love those natural ones. And so you're like, okay, she's against me. Let me just go ahead. And you were just trying to press off of the bed to kind of push yourself out of the covers, not realizing that you put your hand on her face. And so you're like, okay, I'll just turn and push. And all of a sudden, you just...
Hey, Corral! Cat fight!
Use the pillow!
And Ori, she gets up so quick. And she turns off her alarm. Your Grace, I overslept. Was I touching you? I was touching you. And she quickly gets out of the bed. And she begins making it. When the dice fail you. Aura, what do you do?
I didn't mean to wake you.
No, it's perfectly all right, Your Grace. I was sleeping through the alarm. I said 30 minutes, and you were within your rights to smother me. It will never happen again.
I wasn't trying to smother you. I just slipped as I was trying to sit up. Hey, listen, I think I need a map.
Of course, Your Grace. A map of what or where?
Well, there's something that's sending me coordinates. And so I need to type these coordinates into some type of console and kind of see where these coordinates lead to.
Of course, Your Grace. And immediately she goes and grabs a hollow pad and holds it up for you so that you don't even have to worry about holding it in place and typing with another hand in case you choose to use two. And so she just holds up the hollow pad for you.
I'm gonna start typing.
Definitely. Are you proficient in astrophysics?
I'm not proficient, but I do have bonus. I have a +2 bonus.
Oh, okay. It might be just because you are cash, but who knows? Either way, if you want, you go ahead and give it a try. All right, because you're looking at these space coordinates, and the ancient Kesh navigated the cosmos in a different way than what is now considered standard for the Silrain Arc and the various species in it. And so immediately you begin tracing out the coordinates, the symbols, and the terminology that's being heard within your spirit. But as you do so, and you kind of take a moment to consider, these coordinates that they're saying, they would probably lead you into the vacuum of space, but nearby, somewhere near the station, but you're not exactly sure where, especially with a 9. I'm sorry you missed it by 1.
Inspiration.
Yes, this is true. Thank you, Alloy, for reminding everyone that they do have a point of inspiration that they have yet to use.
Things haven't been desperate enough, honestly.
Really haven't.
Oh, you want...
Annoying, yes,
you
but
want,
not desperate.
Desperate times. Okay.
Want is not what I said.
I got you, buddy. Don't you worry about it.
Today.
So, Princess Aura, did you want to use your inspiration to re-roll this?
I think I'm just tired. I think maybe I need some food and to take a walk, and then I will try again.
Okay. Do you communicate that to Ori?
Yes.
All right. She goes, "Oh, food in of course. I will fetch that right away, Your Grace." And
No, I want to go on a walk.
but your wound.
It's going to hurt regardless if I'm sitting or standing.
Is this a command, Your Grace?
Yes, Ori.
As you will. And with that, she concedes and moves over to the side, but she makes sure to stay close in case you want to place your hand on her head to use her for a crutch.
She's not that much shorter than me.
Good. Wait a minute. Can I even put up this picture from good old people at Hero Forge? I think I had. Yeah, she's not that. Yeah, you're right. She is not that short. You can rest her arm on her head if you wanted to, though.
If she starts to pout, I will, just to make her feel better.
Okay. And so happy to be helpful. She definitely escorts you along the corridors of the Astral Horizon. Everyone else, starting with Captain. You guys have docked. You guys are safe. You guys have made it to the Deep Space Station Pelivaro. Captain Archer, what are you doing?
On the comm with docking authority, figuratively, fuel,
Okay.
restock all the pertinent information there. Once I have that, I'll make an announcement to the crew. Crew and passengers.
Definitely. And so you try to get in contact with the docking authority, and you were getting ready to get another robocall when all of a sudden this guy gets onto the line. Wait a minute. Who said that you were allowed to dock here? We are to keep this space secure and empty. Who gave you permission, sir?
I'll give him her name. Started with an M, damn it. Anyway. Hate it when my mind fails me like this. Anyway, I'll give him her name.
Right.
And my credentials.
So you go ahead, you transmit the information, you let him know that you came here under the authority of Marissa Huntley. And with that, you can even hear him over the line, even though there's like a holographic wire work hologram of him in front of you. And he was, her. I see. Captain Archer. Let's see here. Everything up to date. Astral Horizon. Classification heavy freighter. And you're putting in a request for repairs.
Refueling mainly.
You're going to have to wait your turn. All right, there are other vessels higher in importance and relevance than your freighter. And I don't care what Miss Huntley says. It is going to take some time to get to it. And of course, the prices have increased due to our current emergency situation.
Well, kind of here to help out with that too. In any case, we'll be in touch. Do the best you can. Cut the channel.
Right. You go ahead, cut the channel, and with that, Tani, she looks up from her station. She goes, Captain?
Tawny? Don't you mean Tana?
No, Tani.
Oh, Tawny's the little girl. Sorry.
She's your little girl in a way. All right.
Giggity.
No.
Either way, Tawny, the Dindus. All right. She looks up. Captain, are you?
Are you sure her name's not Tana?
It is
It's
Tana. It is Tana. I apologize. Wow, that's a character I made too. That's a darn shame. The fatigue is kicking in, y'all. The fatigue is kicking in. Thank you for the correction. You're right. It is Tana. You've been saying Miss Tana for several sessions now, and I still managed to get it wrong. It's all right. But yeah. Miss Tana. Right. She turns over, she goes, Captain, that was a little rude, and are you sure you want to get on the bad side of the dock authority?
He's just low rung. Don't worry about it. I got this. We'll be here for now. Let's do this once. Kick the intercom on. Attention all. We have docked. Dock authority says we have several hours that will be here on station and in port. Feel free to move around as you will. Just if you're leaving with me, be back here no more than 6 hours. Cut the channel.
Kicking it over, Argus. You thought you would never be this relieved to see the inside of a space station. Tell me, what do you do?
Food.
The Astral Horizon comes equipped with a galley. You're going to head over there and get your grub on? Or are you going to get off of the heavy freighter and get some food on the station?
When in Rome, might as well check out what the station's got.
Definitely. Okay. Brave Stride. What about you?
So I have a couple ideas I would like to do.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing is I probably how my parents taught me is to get news by listening to other people talk or to get an understanding of what the situation is.
Mm-hmm.
And also, while I'm doing that, I'm going to take the long way walking around the space station and just listening to the beeps of the computer so I can understand what's going on with the systems, as I have Alamu for a language.
Right. Sounds good. You hop out of the gunner seat, and you actually end up meeting with Argus as you guys are heading towards the ramp to get out of the Astral Horizon. Sagaricio!
Well, not much I can do now. Gave everything to the captain, so figure might as well see what's on the station and generally just keep myself busy.
I can pick your brain, engineer. I have a thing I would like to try out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something, a mechanical arm to put on my shield that's like a gyro mount to put my gun on so I can use my shield and fire my gun at the same time.
Oh, that's actually not too far-fetched. I've heard of that before. Haven't done it myself yet, but
you can do it.
Yeah.
The three of you meet up, and across the corridor, you do see Princess Aura making her way, being slightly assisted by Ori. The four of you are getting ready to come to the T intersection where you're going to turn and head toward the ramp that leads outside of the Astral Horizon. What do all of you say to one another?
What's going on?
Food and discussion. And I'm listening to the beeps of the machinery.
Discussion about what?
Oh, gyro mounted mount for my shield so I can shoot my gun and use my shield at the same time.
Huh. What's the state of the station?
Well, that's why I want to listen to the beeps about.
Just gonna follow you.
Your Grace, I don't think it would be wise to leave the ship.
Do you need food?
Yeah, I could eat.
Does your slave, servant, escort, guide,
Friend,
friend need food?
probably.
Then let us go.
Your Grace, I can go longer without eating. And of course, you hear her stomach.
Yes. Does she always lie like this?
Yes, constantly.
You're With that, she just kind of lowers her head. Sometimes the truth smacks you in the face like that. But as you guys have come together, eventually you hear like a door slide open in the distance towards the bridge, and you're able to hear actually the very unique sound of Tana. Woo! Got the name right one time. Of Tana rushing to meet you all, especially since she has, of course, the 2 toes and the heel toe. How does that? Either way, she has very distinctive feet, and so when she's running towards you guys, Argus, you definitely recognize that sound. And with that, she is, oh, Argus, I want to come along. I mean,
Well, I need to talk to you too about changing my job description and more pay, because clearly we're not on that planet anymore.
you know, of course. Brave Giant. The Science Guild will more than compensate you for whatever situation or station we find ourselves in.
Good.
Miss Tana, I would also like to know what our next course of action is, as I'm unaware of what the next locations we are supposed to be investigating are.
And that's a good question.
But I say food first.
Of course. Captain, are you staying aboard the ship, or are you going to join the rest of your crew that are leaving?
For the moment, I'm heading to my quarters. I need to pick something up and have a private conversation.
Sounds good. We will get that in just a moment. The ramp that leads off of the astral horizon lowers. And just as it touches the metal floor of the dock, someone has set up a scanning station, and there are 4, about 6.5 feet tall, heavily armored guards, along with this very spiffy, I guess is the word, this very proper looking Kesh. He too is wearing some protective armor of the heavy variety. He stands at a very proper 5 feet and 2 inches. Of course, the 4 guards with him are just towering over him. And Tana, she looks back, she goes, Argus, that's the dock authority guy. He didn't look Kesh on the hologram.
Are you judging him for this?
No, of course not. I'm not a speciest. It's just.
Well, we do have a Kesh amongst our ranks, so why would that be an issue?
What? I haven't seen too many Kesh, and then we saw a whole lot of purple Kesh, and I thought all the Kesh were small like me. But then Princess Aura's tall and lovely, and I'm gonna be quiet now.
Thank you.
And with that, the proper dock authority, he goes ahead and he is just giving you all the stern look. Aboard the Pale Avaro, occupants shall not be wearing armor and shall not be carrying weapons. You must leave them aboard your ship.
Hey, Princess, could you clarify some shit?
Princess?
Yeah, he wants to take my weaponry, and I don't know him. I know you. I'm willing to work with you, but he wants to take my shit.
With
So
that,
why are you trying to disarm my guards?
Seems kind of not very cool to unarm the royal escort.
He looks
Definitely
you
the
up and
losing
down.
side.
He goes, Princess Aura? Oh. And with that, he goes ahead and he frames his face with his hands in the traditional cash greeting. He goes, your visage is upon me, as mine is upon you. I am awed to be in the presence. You're saying that this is your retinue. I see.
I don't know enough about Cash to know if what I just did was offensive or not.
Kind of. You know, it's like, but the thing is this, you can get away with it because
You're the princess.
yes. You could be rude to him, but he can't be rude to you. But just looking at the way, from the way he uses his face when he is speaking with you, you could tell that he is actually a star Kesh, and he is definitely still giving glances to the rest of your party. It was, Princess, it pains me to remind you that the laws of the station still must be respected. No armor, no weapons, and we shall provide guards for you.
Throw your weight around, Jesus Christ, girl.
Ah, yes, that guard expertise did really well on the way in, didn't it?
I'm going to look at the guard, and I'm going to ask, is this really the time for that?
This is definitely the time. Your Highness, the Lorendi have attacked. They have almost completely destroyed one of the 4 segments of Pel Evaro. There are reports that claim that some of the Lorendi have hidden themselves aboard this station. We are on high alert.
And you wish for us to be unarmed and unarmored?
I assure you, the security forces will root out any Lorendi that are left, and we will restore the connection to Segment 4.
But your princess is more at risk without us being armed as well.
I am confident that the princess's bodyguards will be able to keep her safe aboard this, and he gives a disdainful look aboard the Astral Horizon, this vessel.
Yes, we will.
Your Highness, I offer my services to protect your being personally. Forgive me, for I have yet to introduce myself. I am the Dock Authority. Station Coordinator, Colette Felgavo. But please, Your Highness, please call me Colette.
Paulette, as the Dock Authority, I feel like you are making very questionable choices for your constituents.
It is for the protection of this station and for everyone. Drastic times, Your Highness. And with that, finally, Aurig, she steps forward. Felgavo, the princess has spoken, and if she wants, and he just goes ahead and backhands Ori.
Oh, that was a mistake.
It was definitely a mistake.
You were not being spoken to, Lowborn.
I'm gonna.
Can we all just shield wall this motherfucker?
Wait a minute. Have you guys chosen violence?
He started it.
He chose violence first, so
we responded with yes.
Yep.
All right. If you guys are choosing violence, please roll initiative.
I'm going to mental missive this guy and just say, you have one chance to apologize and take back your slur.
Not taking back that hand, I can tell you that much.
So, Princess Aura, she steps forward. She has her arms out to hold you guys back for a moment, and immediately her eyes begin to glow, as does his eyes. And you make this demand within his skull. Immediately, you see perspiration begin to form on his brow. It was, Your Highness, please forgive me. I did not mean to damage your property.
That is not my property. That is my friend.
And he kind of gives you this perturbed look. Is it this quizzical look? Like, your friend. Almost as if it pains him to say it. It is Omanali, lowborn. Your Highness, you are Shavnali. You are of noble blood, of ancient noble blood.
And yet we both feel pain when struck.
Would you like for me to replace your bondservant with someone more proper?
I would like you to respect authority and let my party in, armed and armored.
Roll your persuasion. At the moment, his 4 guards that were at his side, they do have their rifles ready.
I said it before, I'll say it again. I hate diplomacy.
Damn politics.
Someone remind me to make this a clip. Oh, sorry, a YouTube short. All right, but you go ahead and you begin to enforce the royal authority that lies within you. And with that, he takes a breath. He sighs. For your security and safety, Your Highness, I cannot permit you or your bodyguards to leave the terminal until the various segments have been secured. Please enjoy the facilities here in the terminal. But yes, you may proceed with your bodyguards.
I'm glad that you are seeing reason, and you are more than welcome to have us observe to make sure we don't get in any trouble. We are not here to cause issue. We are here to be helpful and to get supplies.
Indeed.
I'm
You
here
will
for
be
food.
observed. For your safety, of course, Your Highness.
Of course.
Can I totally do an insight check on this creature?
Of course you may.
Thank you.
He does step forward, and he's about a foot away from you now, Aura.
I'm gonna do an insight as well, because after what I just saw,
Your Highness,
Ooh, both
Though-
looking good.
I am not
we both felt
Shavnali.
bullshit.
Though I'm not of noble born, I am of noble aspirations. I have offended you by damaging your bonds, your friend. Allow me to make amends. Perhaps I can give you a personal tour of the terminal of Pelevaro.
We will take you up on your offer.
You have my thanks, Princess. The rest of you follow. And with that, he spins on his heels and begins walking towards one of the hard light lifts that will lead you to a walkway that leads out of the dock.
I
So,
would like to start with food.
But of course, she'll take you to one of the finest eateries in the terminal. It's called the Captain's Lounge. We'll make sure that exquisite provisions are made for you, Your Highness, and suitable kibble for the rest of your retinue.
Suitable kibble, so the shit that you eat?
I thought that was hers.
Well, no. The runoffs, the scraps will go to the friend. This way, Your Highness. And with that, his 4 armored soldiers, they kind of like make way for you guys to travel.
Also, those insight tests were both 16.
They're both 16?
Yeah.
Exactly what were you two attempting to determine?
How sketchy this guy is.
Yeah, he's...
Ulterior motives.
All right. You could...
Or is he just a dick?
Well, there's definitely that. 16 with your insight, you have noticed that he seems to be intrigued by her romantically.
Ma'am, I'm going to say this out loud. I think he wants to mount you.
I know, shut up!
What does that mean?
There's this one other Volna in the distance cracking up. I mean, his laughter is echoing throughout the dock, right?
Yeah, that's the moment where you hear from off in the background, ha!
It means that douche nozzle of the captain guard there wants to dog his...
I am Colette
ship into port.
Fel Gavo.
I still do not understand.
I'll tell you when you're older.
I hear that a lot.
All right. You'll have puberty one day.
Oh.
What is puberty?
And with
A
that,
new development into manhood.
Tana is just blushing. Even Colette Felgavo, he has to get his composure back. Your Highness.
He is 12. You should be teaching him.
Your Highness,
I've reached this height at 5 years old.
I believe your bodyguards have yet to learn the proper decorum.
After watching what you just did to her friend, I think it's not us that need to learn proper decorum.
Trying to get her alone is just a dick move.
Also, we are very versed in violence.
Is that a threat from the royal bodyguards of the princess?
No, just a statement.
It's actually factual.
Princess, do your bodyguards speak for you?
No, they speak with me, though.
You honestly don't expect that the Royal Guard would not get along with its own client, would you?
With that, he carefully looks at everyone. It seems that all of you have had a very long journey, and perhaps the pains of hunger have eroded your etiquette.
You know the difference between your guards and her guards? We can't be paid out.
There, I believe, is also more of us here.
With that, he gestures.
We also don't have to pretend to like you.
4 more show up.
Irv.
I'm insulted.
He likes Five Guys.
I like their burgers and fries.
I believe the count is up to 8 now, gentlemen.
Princess,
A lot of dudes.
in honor of your position, I am certain you can find your own way to the captain's lounge. Do remember, none of you are to leave the terminal. And with that, he spins on his heels and he walks away insulted.
I'm totally high-fiving the engineer.
I'm gonna give him a high five, and I'm gonna look over to Oris. Is like, so do we put this in our notes for your father, so he knows?
Do I get paid extra for insulting him?
With that,
Captain,
the Volna in the distance. All of us say the Volna in the distance, like, yeah, step off, you great punk.
Hoorah!
I'm sorry.
I don't know who that Volna is, but I like the cut of his jib.
That's my people.
All right.
Hey, come eat with us, mate.
Anyway, so he goes ahead and he comes up, and this one is lion-blooded. And you can definitely tell from the huge mane. Not only does it go out sideways to his shoulders, but it goes all the way down to the base of his tail. Don't worry, he stands at a decent 6'10".
Boy.
Aura, what were you saying?
is the captain with us?
No, the captain is not with you. We were getting ready to go back to him after we have this interaction with this Volna.
Hey, hey guys, I think when we get back, we should maybe let the captain know so that he can have someone watch the ship and make sure it doesn't get sabotaged.
Stop reading my notes. Okay, so
Well, it's still one of their ships. I mean, we'll use one of their ships.
commandeer, nautical term.
Do you think he would be foolish enough to do something, which is carrying a Kesh princess?
Yes, males
Yes.
are weird.
Especially if he is trying to, I believe the term was mount her.
Oh yeah, you'll do weird stuff.
It sounds weird.
Believe me, coming from him, it's going to be weird.
Anyways,
Either way, so this huge Volna kind of, approaches you guys. He sees you immediately, brave stride, and, he kind of cocks his head to the side. Oh. He looks you up and down. You look strong, brother.
You do, and huge.
They do not call us the Loud Roar Pack for nothing.
Are you all this big?
I am the runt. Oh, I see you. Surround yourself with... And he looks at Argus. Oh, strong warriors. Strong warriors indeed. What is your pack name?
Well, we haven't named our pack yet, but when they you know how names work. They'll come to us when they're ready to.
Definitely, definitely. And you personally?
I'm Ryland Bravestride.
Bravestride. Bravestride. Ah. Yes. Strong name, strong pack, good explorers. And now you're out here on a deep space station. Oh, man, you must have some good adventures. But tell me this. How's your paw? And he goes ahead and he puts out this circular hovering disc, stands to it, pits his elbow on it, like he's getting ready to arm wrestle you.
All right.
Come, brother, let's see the strength of yours. The strength of the brave stride.
I'll do my best, but this guy's going to own me.
Right.
He knows his strengths. Strength's not one of them.
All right.
Ranged warrior, and this guy is like dwarfing me by like a foot.
We shall see. All right, this is going to be a pure strength check. All right. He goes ahead, he puts his elbow on it. Let's see. You put your elbow on it, you clasp.
I have a chance.
This is best 2 out of 3. Let's do it.
No, I don't have a chance.
And so immediately you guys clasp paws, and it starts to immediately go over in Loud Roar's favor. All right. Second one. Come on. He goes, oh, come on. Where's the strength of the brave stride?
Oh, he matched.
Oh, and with that, you actually stop the progression of him getting ready to slam your knuckles onto this little hover table that he's set up. Oh, there it is. You're alive now, brother, I see. But do you have the will? And with that, he starts inching it closer and closer and closer and closer. And it finally taps. Oh,
you are mighty.
oh, we are. The Volna shall not lay stagnant due to our distaste of technology. We're going to embrace it. Use it!
Yes, I have actually mastered the rifle.
You have?
I have.
Oh, here. And he grabs the plate. Shoot this! And
Yeah, this is definitely my expertise now. All right, let's do this.
he goes ahead and he tosses the disc off in the distance. The DC is 10. Right. It's a big disc. It's reflective.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
here's
I
the
have a-
crit. Okay, do you want to describe this perfect marksmanship?
I said I was a master at this. You know what? I turn around and face away and put the gun over my shoulder.
Yes.
You could describe it better with that in mind.
No problem. Looking at a couple of the other reflective panels, all right, you turn around as he tosses the disc, and he goes, brother, the disc is this way. You put the rifle onto your shoulder and kind of angle it just right. And he goes, wait. And like the Volna's eyes get huge. Loud Roar's eyes get huge as he realizes what you're doing. He's like, no, you can't do. You pull the trigger, kapow! Shatter the disc that he tossed off into the distance. All of a sudden, all the other guards, so far about 30 of them, they freak out at the sound of the rifle shot. They get their rifles and begin targeting your guys' entire group. While Loud Roar's like, oh, that was incredible! That was one of the best shots I ever seen! You didn't even look at it! Oh, brave stride. He goes ahead, he grabs you by your shoulders, lifts you up, and gives you this huge hug, and puts you down. Oh. Look, everyone has targeted their rifles onto us.
Yeah, I know. They never understand a good party with the Valnas anymore.
We can take them.
We can take. I like your guns.
Right. He goes ahead, he squats down, he activates his energy claws.
Let's go get some food. They can bugger off for all I care. Did I use that word right, Princess? Bugger off.
I mean, linguistically, yes.
Oh, thank you.
Right. And so, with that, he stands up straight. I don't feel like getting weakling meat underneath my claws anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
He looks at his communicator on his wrist. Once again, more issues with this technology. Brave stride, correct?
Yes.
We will meet again, brother. But for now, I must go. Perhaps I will join you in, where are you going to eat?
Well, you tell us. We're looking for good food.
They're barely letting anyone out of this terminal, but the captain's lounge. They serve passable meat.
Passable. Yeah. Miss hunting.
As do I. He goes ahead, he looks at this station in disdain. He goes, metal everywhere. Give me a jungle, a forest.
Yeah. Nothing like home.
Till we hunt again, brother.
Till then.
All right. He clasps your forearm, presses his head against yours, and then he goes ahead and walks off. And the rest of you are going to proceed to the captain's lounge, correct?
Yes.
All right.
I hope they talk about that shot for days. I don't care who they are.
You guys make it to the hard light lift that's going to lift you up to the walkway that leads out of the dock into the other portion of the terminal. But before the light disc has a chance to form underneath your guys' feet, all of a sudden coming out of the astral horizon across the dock is Lydia. He goes, hey! Oh, wait, guys, are you... Wait, you're going to the party without me? Wait up! Wait up! Do you guys want to hit the holographic button to leave her or wait for her?
Pushing the button.
Yeah, I'm like, the tail's like already. Bloop.
We're trying to make it stop. Really.
The lift
Oh,
is awfully
no.
cramped. Bye.
Yeah. the lift takes you guys up and you leave her down there and she's like jumping trying to get your guys' attention. But yes, you guys have definitely left Lydia in the dust.
Or something.
I almost feel bad.
That is so not green, everyone. So not green.
Super green.
Simple green.
But with that, we have to go back into the astral horizon. Captain Archer, you made it back to the captain's quarters. Close the door behind you. Main door is locked. What do you do?
First order of business is checking on my cargo.
Definitely. You go to your safe. It scans you, unlocks and pops open. You take out the container. Do you unlock and open the container?
Actually, this time I do.
Yeah. Normally you make it a habit not to open the package, but this time you feel as if you must. With that, you place your hand on the top of the container. It scans, unlocks, and inside you see the ancient. Now that you all realize that it is a ancient Keshian artifact, but it looks simply like a hilt. A hilt of possibly a sword, short sword, or maybe a large knife, but there's no blade. It's beautifully crafted, gold in color.
You, my pretty little thing, seem to be causing a lot of trouble. Since picking you up, I've been shot at a fair amount more than I like. And I'll put it back in the box, close it up, put it in a pouch on my belt.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to speak with some people.
I see. What type of people do you wish to speak with?
Well, jumping on the Matrix.
So, you head over to your desk. Immediately, the lines of communication that are available open up. You see a lot of people that are having their ships work on, they have their individual lines of communication down. And seeing as how this is a deep space station, you're able to get, in essence, it's kind of a pre-recorded version of the galactic internet of the sim. But there is this huge delay when it comes to new information, both transmitted and received. Also, another screen pops up. You have your system set that if there's anyone in front of your door, that it shows you. And right now, your wife, Jane, is waiting by the door to the captain's chambers.
Damn it. Piss poor timing. Ever since I woke up, I should have stayed in bed. Close the sim down for the minute.
You go ahead, quickly put down your screens, clear your browser history, right? Do you let her in, or?
Yep.
All right, you hit the button. The captain's door unlocks, slides open. She's there, arms crossed. She does not seem happy.
Jesus.
What are you up to now, and why is there a Promethean? You know how I feel about them.
Yes, I do. And I know why. But what I know is this one seems to have abilities that have helped us through some situations.
That's what they do. They appear all helpful, they appear very useful, and then Before you know it,
Who
they've taken
are you
over.
talking to? Who are you talking to?
The ship is docked, and right now I am talking to my husband and not the captain.
Mm-hmm. And as such, we promise to take care of each other. You
And-
will have to trust that.
And this
That's
is how
all
I am taking
okay.
care of you. We can't trust him. You're not making him part of the crew. You're leaving him here, right?
I don't think it's time for it yet. There are things going on, honey, that we need some help. You saw what happened to Jack. I'm not putting him in any further danger. This guy right now can help us out. He's already gotten several things done. And as much as I'd love to give Jack credit for getting us out of that situation, seeing the bandage on his head and reviewing briefly footage from the engine room, it wasn't Jack that got us out of there. And it sure as hell wasn't Jack that got us through that debris field. I'm not entirely sure I could have done it alone. Saggy there did a lot to help us. So for the moment, he's earned his keep.
You see, she almost chuckled at you calling him saggy, but she's trying to stay mad at you.
Mm-hmm. Well played. That was the intent.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, out of character.
Right. And so with that, she goes, Johnny, look. Yeah, he may have been a little useful.
Do you know who it was that got Jack help? That got Jack bandaged up and to the medical bay?
Oh, see, that's just dirty. All right. Are you trying to say we owe him?
No, we don't owe him a damn thing.
Exactly.
We're equal.
We are not equal.
Just-
Listen,
just-
no, we are not
That-
equal. Like, last time you said that,
Stop.
it was 2 months ago.
Stop. Just as much as he helped us get through these last two major situations, if it wasn't for us, he wouldn't be alive either. In my book, that puts us as equal.
Well, then he could find some other shit to
Trust
get on.
me. If you trust me,
You know
you'll
I
leave it
trust
at
you.
that. Then you'll leave it at that. I got this. This ship's our home. And right now, our home needs help. He can give the help we need. That's all there is to it.
Well, just remember, that's exactly
That's
what he
all
is.
there is to it.
The help.
Well, Kim, that'd be nice.
Fine, this is going nowhere. It seems you've made up your mind. All right, but don't expect me to like it, all right? Or be happy about it.
Under the card, or
Say that again.
I'm not sure what it's kept on, but
Mm.
under what little bit of money we've got, and tell her to go take care of fueling. Get what supplies we can, and meet me back here in a little while. I got some other things I need to take care of real quick.
Aye, aye, Captain. But once again, this is not over.
I know, never is.
You want him aboard this ship? Fine. But don't expect me to like it. And bring me back something nice. Really nice.
As you wish.
She starts walking off. Really nice. I mean, I'm serious.
And I'll just stand there chuckling for a moment, shut the door,
That's
and go back to my terminal.
Right. You go ahead, you bring your screens back up. You're going over the various feeds, and yes, the Lorendi have attacked Pale Evaros. It seems they really concentrated their attack at a location on the space station called Segment 4. Since all of each segment is almost its own city. But
Mm-hmm.
they really focused on that segment and almost completely destroyed it. All the major access to it has been cut off. There have been reports that there are still people left in there. But scans have showed that power is practically non-existent and that the atmospheric regulators are probably offline. If there are any people left in segment 4, they are freezing, they have almost no light and no way to generate food or supplies. They're going to be dead soon. Of course, the official report coming from the administrators of the space station are saying that everything is under control now, that if there are any Lorendi insurgents left, that they will be quickly found and executed. And while we mourn for those of
rhetoric,
exactly, but they're trying to say that unfortunately everyone has died already in segment 4 is what they're officially saying.
Okay. Now, checking my rosters, looking for anybody within certain societies that might be aboard the station, specifically those that are knowledgeable on the cache.
Well, you're looking for some type of historian, some type of resource that contains this information that you're looking for. And here is the good news and the bad news. The good news is aboard Pelavaros, there actually is a temple to the current Kashian faith.
Okay.
Perfect place for you to get information about the cache. The bad news is, guess where it is?
Section 4.
Yep, segment 4.
I'm looking through real quick. Most stations keep a roster of who's housed where.
Mm-hmm.
The generalized population of Section 4. Would it happen to be primarily cache?
Primarily, not at all. It actually only makes up about 10% of the population.
Okay.
You are actually now getting a call from Marissa Huntley.
Close that screen out.
Mm-hmm.
Answer her call.
You bring up the hologram of her. And she goes, "Oh, I hope that Colette didn't give you any troubles, did he?"
Just the usual. You want to see what you can do about my time here? He says I'm bottom of the list.
I'll see if there's any more strings to pull, but since you are here, you still have the old skills now, don't you? Oh, you space dog. No, not those. I'm talking about getting into certain places and getting out unseen.
Of course.
All
right, what you meant.
Well, there may be a way for me to move you up and get that hunk of junk you call a ship fixed, and even possibly at a discount.
Astral's been good to me, you know that.
Sure. Well, I may need a little favor. Meet me in the captain's lounge, seeing as how we can't let people out at the terminal.
See you there in about 10.
With that, she gives you a wink and clicks it off. Also, another monitor comes up, and you do see Jackson leaving the astral horizon.
As I predicted.
All right. Another monitor, and you actually are witnessing Jill. She's currently just... she is using her little holographic toy again, and it looks like it's creating 3D hopscotch for her.
Okay.
But yeah, she's just skipping in one of the corridors again.
Still on board ship.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. What do you do?
That'll work. First off, grabbing my other gear,
Mm-hmm.
stripping down, putting that gear on, then putting my primary gear back over the top of it.
So you're trying to conceal your weapons and stuff?
Well, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I'll head down to the corridor Jill's in.
Mm-hmm.
Jill, sweetie, I need you to do me a favor.
And with that, she turns around and she rushes over there towards you, and just like she actually just collides with your legs, of course. And then she goes, "Sure. What are your orders, Captain Daddy?"
Anybody tries to board or seems a little handsy with stuff on board.
Mm-hmm. 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 Oh, I know.
Make note of it.
And she goes
I
ahead
don't need
and
to
she takes out, her stick, and, it has this little gold ball at the tip, and it has a set of 6 wings coming out. He goes, "You want me to bop him on the head, Daddy?"
No, that won't be necessary. What I want you to do is record everything they do. Because I have other friends that might help with it. Okay? And I don't want you doing anything to get in trouble. Moreover, don't need the attention attracted to the ship.
Okay, Captain Daddy. I'll just observe it and report.
That's what I want, baby girl.
And with that, she goes ahead, she jumps into your arms. So, are you going to take me to the station later?
Yes, I will. Before we leave, we'll make a trip in. And I'll get you a nice present for doing your part.
Ooh, okay. I'm going to be the best observer and reporter ever, Captain Daddy.
So.
And with that, she goes ahead and she marches off like a soldier. And then she begins twirling her stick. And then she throws it up and doesn't catch it, and it clatters to the ground. But she picks it up and marches on like she never missed the beat. Just.
And with that, knowing how stations generally operate, and probably that I've seen on the monitor, I know there's the security station down there. I will take another exit out of the ship using stealth.
Definitely. All right. You go ahead and you take your secret access, which is effectively through engineering, and you come out of pretty much one of the exhaust ports at the back of the Astral Horizon. But as you are slinking away, you do realize you have to be very careful, but you've done something like this before. You've been to Pale Avaro before. And you do remember the patrol routes of these soldiers before. Go ahead, give me a stealth check with advantage. So you carefully hop down, first lowering yourself before landing in a squat.
There you go.
And with a 27, that is so good. You time it to the point where you don't even skulk around. You just go ahead and quickly eyeball the patrols, and then you just walk in this pattern normally, bypassing the security checkpoints, smoothly right behind a pair of guards. We're talking about you walk behind them like a foot behind them, and they didn't even realize you were there. And while a couple of them are keeping a very close eye on the Astral Horizon, one of them lifts up one of his scanning units. As he looks through it, it almost kind of gives an x-ray of the ship. And yeah, there were about 3 living beings on... Wait. There... Wasn't there 3? They started hitting the hover pad to see if they could get it to work properly, All the while, you're already aboard the hard light lift, being lifted to the platform and walking out of the dock. Smooth. All right, are we ready to get into the captain's lounge?
Yep.
Princess Aura, Argus, Bravestride, Sagaricio. Of course, you and Tana and Ori are the first to arrive at the captain's lounge. This place is actually very beautiful and plush. Holograms of purple and gold. In the center of this very wide and circular space, there is a hover platform and an Eldori. Beautiful, graceful, blue-skinned, though blonde-haired, is dancing with every movement triggering a different melody. With every movement of her leg, a different instrument. She, by herself, is a dancing symphony of calm and relaxing music. Completely lost in her performance, she doesn't notice you all. Very few do. But you guys walk down the ramp into this very circular space. There's plenty of places to sit. And it seems as if sorium generators are built into the tables themselves that allow you to order the table, and of course the food will just be generated right there after, of course, you guys pay your cubal. Do you guys go for a table, a booth, or do you go to the bar?
Corner booth, for sure.
Yeah, booth.
Yep.
Right. Tana's eyes are just huge, and she's just taking it all in. She goes, "This place is pretty beautiful."
Don't let it fool you. Be paranoid.
Please understand, we come from people who are very fascinated with tech.
And she's like all looking underneath the table, right? She goes, "Oh, this is fascinating. We could just order right here and it will generate. I wonder how the food tastes."
You know, that is actually a valid question. Hey, Princess, do you have like a taste tester here? Like, is that what your friend does?
No.
And with that, still kind of rubbing her face, Ori goes, "Your Grace, if you would like to know beforehand if something is to your liking, I have no qualms with testing it first."
Ori, you are not my taste tester.
I understand it. I am your friend. I am just saying that I do not mind.
I'll do it for 20 cubal.
Well, I will do it for free. With that, as Ori kind of stands up to you, and then she realizes that perhaps that may upset Aura, and then she steps back into place.
I like it when you're feisty.
But it's not my place, Your Grace.
She's spirited, this one is, for her height.
I was unnecessarily feisty, and I had upset the Starborn.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about him.
He's just a prick among the stars.
I'm unable to insult Phil Gavel in such a way.
We'll do it for you.
And we'll do it for you. And don't worry, his entire existence is already an insult to the cosmos as a whole.
And with
That
that,
was even better than mine.
you see a smile kind of play across her Ori's lips as she actually is like lowering her head so you guys can't see it that well. But yes,
I'm gonna write that one down. That's a good insult. Thank you.
Welcome.
You guys go ahead and take your seats at the corner booth. Ori, make sure to dust and clean the seat before you sit on it, Princess Aura. And yes, the holographic display pops up in front of everyone that, oh, they actually have some pretty good eats here. And strangely enough, the holographic menu that appears before Princess Aura is different. And the prices are higher. But it looks
Ori,
as if...
I'm gonna order off of your menu.
Yes, Your Grace, you cannot. You would not like the food. Please,
Can
Your
I
Grace.
trade you menus?
Yeah, trade me.
Cool.
All right, and so you try to swipe it over to him, and he swipes his over to you, and then immediately it just kind of dereses and goes back to the way it was.
All right, how about this? You order what I want, and I'll order what you want, and
Deal.
we'll trade plates. Okay.
We're gonna play the system.
Right. Okay, so then, with that, Tana, she is just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling until, finally she goes, oh. They have moss crisp worms. I love moss crisp worms. Argus, would you want some moss crisp worms?
Sure. I am unfamiliar with this dish.
Ooh, look at this. They're moss crisp worms. It's kind of self-explanatory. Okay, well, they're blue and wiggly, and they are soft and squishy on the outside, but there's a crunch in the middle, and it just explodes with flavor.
Very different than the protein-based meals we had at boot camp.
So she goes, so you'll love it, and she orders some moss crisp worms, and she gets 2 orders of it, and then she realizes you carry the money.
I will pay.
That's 18 cubicle.
Okay, I'll make a note.
Right. Princess Aura.
Speaking of, did the Science Guild send us with any extra funds, considering I have to feed her too?
No.
Bastards.
Always pay after the job.
Yep.
I shall keep the receipt.
That's why she has to make me a new contract.
Receipts. Keep the receipts.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta get your reimbursements.
Right. Either way.
Play the system, as it were.
You know how many times I burst my gun? That's expensive, okay?
Did you have receipts for your ammunition?
No, I brought my own.
Receipts or ammunition?
Ammunition.
If he had brought the receipts, it would not be an issue.
I mean, the gun recharges itself, but if I burst more than 3 times in a day, I have to reload that shit.
Definitely. Princess Aura. You can't help but to look over at Ori's menu, and everything there is like, it typically has something like meal or kibble after the whatever it's named, and everything there is just 3 cubicle. While on your luxury menu, everything is definitely luxury food and costs a minimum of 10 cubicle per plate.
Okay, how's about this? How about I cover dinner for all of us?
Are you sure, miss?
Is there something on your menu that Avalna hunted? Because I would prefer that.
Yes, there is. It's effectively called the fresh catch.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Though that alone is 30 cubicle.
I will throw her 30 cubicle for Avalna meal.
And, Princess, I have already paid for our meal, so thank you for the offer, but we have it covered.
All right, so that's effectively 60 cubicle then. Make sure you list it in your character sheet or on your character channel.
Already done.
But after the food's been selected, immediately on the table itself, it begins to materialize. The miracle substance of sorium begins to swirl up, and you see these gold lines of energy begin to first make a wire outline of the plates and the food, and within a flash of gold, steaming, prepared food, except for the fresh catch. Brave Stride, with your hearing, you're actually able to hear someone behind the bar kind of grunt. It's like
Oh yes,
making me do shit.
mm-hmm. And you look over, and it's actually this very petite orange alien that seemingly has kind of like a tentacle for a neck, and at the end it kind of has this bulbous head with a singular eye, and the eye is just scanning and looking at how to prepare the fresh catch. Then it just kind of lowers its eye in dismay and goes to the back of the room.
it's gonna be tasty.
You kind of hear a stasis field collapse, and if I you
I
hear,
believe something has just died.
either way, your fresh catch is being prepared while everyone else has their food. You guys begin to dine, and the food actually is delicious, especially the ones that was purchased by Aura. And Ori, at first, she's looking at the food, knowing that she's not worthy of it, but it will be disrespectful for her not to eat what the princess has provided her. And as soon as she grabs the utensil and takes the first bite, her eyes widen and her jaw drops. And then she's getting ready to just pig out on it when she stops herself and she goes, "Oh, pardon me, Your Grace." And she goes back to carefully getting another piece and a single bite. But she is super enjoying it as conservatively as possible. Captain Archer, you finally made your way to the captain's lounge. As soon as you get to the door and it slides open, you do see your group over in a corner booth. It looks like
I don't necessarily want them to see me.
Got you. Well, if that is the case, you're
Do it
gonna
again.
yes, you're going to have to make that that stealth check. Effectively, let's see here. What is their passive perception? Who has the highest? It's 14 for Aura and Rylan. So yeah, 14 or higher on your stealth, and they will not notice you. This is a regular roll, and no advantage on this.
The dude got nat 20.
He what?
He got a nat 20.
No.
Yep, it's right
Well,
there
figure
in
so.
black and white. Or at least it's black and white on my screen. The rest of you is probably some sort of blue and white.
Oh, wow. The ghost. Wow.
The
Okay.
thing about my baby, it don't matter if you're black or white.
So yeah, you guys are actually in the booth. You're enjoying your food. The fresh catch has yet to be brought over to the booth, and you guys kind of all hear the sliding doors open. And when you look, they just open and close. Yeah. Anyway, immediately, Tana, she's enjoying the worms, and they're still alive. By the way, Argus, do you enjoy? Do you enjoy the worms?
I'm having problems processing how they can digitize living creatures.
It's Sorium. It can make anything.
Okay. Well, I will attempt to eat it.
Right. And she's just there, she just grabs a worm, and as it's wiggling, she goes ahead and kind of puts her lips at the tip of its head and slurps it up, and she is just having such a good time, and blue juice is kind of falling all over the place.
I'll try it once, but I have a feeling the texture would just be a bit too much. For some reason, I'm picturing like a stuffed udon noodle.
Yes, it does feel like udon on the outside, but it feels like Oh heavens, what are those? Are they onion crisps on the salad?
Oh, you mean like onion
Yeah.
straws?
Yes, that's how it feels
Okay.
on the inside. It's sweet on the outside, but it's salty on the inside.
I'm just gonna like slide my bowl over towards her. Enjoy.
And so they're writhing all over the place, and you just push the bowl over to her, and you see the entire bowl just kind of relax a little bit.
It can sense when predators are nearby.
And so
I will share some.
oh, and so you reach over and you kind of grab a handful and you bring it up, and they're wiggling wildly now in your hand, almost to the point where it's moving your paw about. And you go ahead, stuff them into your mouth, and yeah, they're sweet on the outside, and there's that crunch when you bite into them. They wiggle.
The outside, crunchy on the inside.
They wiggle on the way down, and now you have some blue juice on your albino fur. But yeah, they're actually pretty good to you.
I've ate these before.
And Tana's like, they're so good. Argus, you sure you don't want any? There's plenty.
I'm aware.
Now, where's my real meal?
Right. Finally, the orange petite alien comes from behind the counter. He has the steaming plate. It actually looks like a regular steak. It has the garnishment. It has the the green vegetables along the side. This orange creature actually has been sweating. You could tell because there are these green droplets on its brow above its one eye. It goes and it gently puts down in front of you, Rylan. It bows. It takes just one step back and stares at you with its one eye.
I take a bite
Right.
slowly.
Oh, but how? Are you using like your hands?
I am totally doing. I have my knife, fork. I'm slowly cutting.
Mm-hmm. He leans in a little bit closer. Mm-hmm.
Take a bite.
You take a bite, and it tastes half as good as if you did it yourself. And there's still that tang that comes from things being in stasis.
I have a question for you, chef.
And your chef is just on pins and needles, just waiting for it.
What did you season this with? It's glorious, and I don't want you to die.
And with that,
You did good. You did good.
he bows,
Thank you.
turns, and walks back proudly to the counter.
This is shit. And
I will eat the protein slab.
Okay. Captain Archer. In a booth across this ring and circular lounge, you definitely see the cross legs and the one bouncing one of Marissa Huntley. She's drinking this very bubbly purple drink that's in a wine flute. And she doesn't, with a 20, she does not see you coming. So how do you want to surprise her, if at all? So you could just poof right next to her,
Was thinking something along that lines.
It's just gonna Goku it in, just instant transmission, just
As I approach, step up behind her, my hands hovering to either side of her shoulders, leaning down very carefully, and as my lips get even with her ears. So does this answer your question on my abilities?
Right. You feel her tense up for just a moment before instantly relaxing. And almost shakily, she takes another sip of her flute, and she places it on the hover table. She puts her mini blaster away. Goes, "Oh, you're good, Johnny. I thought you hadn't lost a step, you old space dog."
That'll be the day.
Well, let us hope it's not this day.
And
so
only time will tell.
So she looks you over. Ah, been keeping yourself in shape, huh?
Well, yeah. As long as you think round's a shape.
Order whatever you want. It's on my tab, but it's good seeing you again, Johnny.
You are, of course, aware that since our last, few tussles, I am now married.
The news has reached us here in the Rim sector.
Can't afford to lose that. It's been helpful. And fun.
Well, Johnny, you know, I of all people, I can be discreet.
And what is this discreet task you have for me?
Always to business.
Yeah.
Well, let's just say the Lorindia attack was unexpected.
As I assumed.
I had a very specific package waiting for me in a warehouse in segment 4. And you of all people should know what happens when we don't make good on our deliveries.
High priority, I take it?
Yes, definitely. She goes ahead and she puts out this small disc. It emits a hologram of the container. Of course, biometric lock, the usual. You know, the type that we use. She then swipes over and it shows the interior of segment 4. It's going to be located in this warehouse here. The good news is, Johnny, that there are not any guards, at least living. But there will be automated defenses. And since we've lost contact with that segment, I can't shut them off.
It figures.
Also, of course, there are no official ways into segment 4. She goes ahead and expands the hologram. As you know, these segments are connected by ends, so both ends have been heavily damaged in the Lorindia attack. But here's what most people do not know. There is a way in, but it's dangerous, deadly, and toxic. I also have it on good authority that there may still be Lorindy inside segment 4.
Raise an eyebrow.
But Johnny, you do this for me. And I'll do this for you. And aside from a $1,000 Cobalt reward, she'll put the Astral Horizon second on the list for repairs. The Sorium power system will be recharged, free of charge, and You will not get the usual 15% bump or tax added to repairs.
Okay. Take a good close look over the information on her route in.
So you look at it, and there is a way from the terminal to, it looks like it's going through the bio-waste conduits.
Okay.
It's almost a straight shot, too. Once you descend into the bio-waste conduits, it seems you go a couple of 100 feet relatively towards Station Center. There's a junction where you make a right, and it should be a straight shot into Segment 4. So tell me, Johnny, you still got it?
Looks like I'll need a little bit different attire for this little soiree. Would that be on your list of gimmies too?
Now you're reaching, Johnny. Not to mention, you may want to take some backup for this.
Yeah. I think I can cover that.
Well, as long as you trust them and they don't know what you're really there for, it's fine by me. And so with that, you do feel her touching your leg with her foot.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds
just kind
like
of smile.
It sounds like we have a deal, Johnny.
Well, I'll get your trinket for you. You just make sure that idiot dockmaster doesn't bother my ship while I'm gone.
Deal. With that, her communicator kind of beeps.
Always work to be done. No time for joy, huh?
You know the lies that we lead. Don't worry. The establishment knows that you're on my tab, so order what you will.
Stand up. Offer her my hand to help her up.
She takes it, and she stands up, and she kisses you deeply.
You man, who are you?
You know how to get in contact with me, Johnny.
That I do.
And with that, she saunters off.
Sit back down, tap the table, order a light drink. Contemplate things while I drink it. Get about halfway done, and I'll get up and approach the party.
Okay. You get up after you get your drink and you begin to approach the party when all of a sudden you get shouldered by this Ashen Forged. It looks as if he has one of his arms is cybernetic, but he just bumps into you. It seems on purpose. And he's like, "Move, Terran." As he said that, Argus, you remember that voice. You can't remember the name, but you served with him. You do remember that he was quote unquote let go.
Loose cannon.
But yeah, he practically almost knocks you down, Archer. Do you do anything before going over to the party?
Oh well, I'm on my way over there now already.
All right.
I'm assuming as I look over, I see Archer there as well.
Yeah. As soon as you heard the voice, you turned around and you see Archer. You're like, wait a minute, you didn't even see him come in. But yeah, Archer's there. And next to him is that guy.
Yeah. Is it back to me or is he facing me?
Archer's facing you. The guy, the other Ashen Forge, he's not. His back is to you.
Wonderful. I'm going to come up behind him. And I know what happens if I try to touch him, but I'll just get close enough to go,
And so immediately it was like, oh, someone has a problem. And he turns around. His eyes get huge.
Greeting, soldier.
He pushes you back. I'm nobody's soldier.
Suppose strength test, or because shit's about to get real here.
What?
Pickpocket. Any weapon in a holster is not there any longer if this goes right. Oh, damn it. Hit the wrong letter.
Right. He does have a Cubal card on him, along with a hollow emitter. But we will see. Yeah, I mean, he pushes you, and
No, I'm gonna inspire. We're getting close to the end of tonight's session. I'm gonna use it now.
Yep.
okay.
Me too.
$19.
Whoa. All right. So
Look
with
back at the engineer. 10 cubals on our guy.
There we go.
Deal.
all right. So list this down on a piece of paper, whatever. Captain Archer, you have his Cubal card, and so you have an extra 101 Cubal. You also have his hollow emitter, which is pretty much, how do I want to best put it? It's kind of like it's his something that he holds pictures and whatnot in.
Okay.
Like a digital photo album?
Thank you. When words fail, you always count on your friends. Thank you, Alloy. All right. With that 19, Alloy, he goes to push you back, and you are a wall. And he staggers back and bumps into another patron. This one is a Belar. And so the Belar, they wear pretty much these exosuits because they're energy beings. They have this bright kind of golden and orangish energy core. And so the Ashen Forge that tried to push Argus, he stumbles back, bumps into the Belar. The Belar stumbles forward and falls hard on its face.
Oh. And that's how the fight started.
Roll initiative.
No, I was just assuming that's what's going to happen.
No, you're right. You didn't piss them off now. You shouldn't have stood there like a wall.
Okay.
Of course. Anyway,
Awesome.
Oh,
It's fine. I feel like I have an advantage right now, largely armor and weapons.
and he does not care. Is anyone else getting into this face fight? Well, we'll see how it turns out.
The engineer and I have a bet going on, so.
Like I'll roll for initiative, but yeah, we got a bet going on.
Okay. Good. Okay.
Thanks for the support, guys.
I'm just slipping around him and going to sit down with the rest of the party.
Mm-hmm.
I'm totally not interested on this.
Right.
It is what it is.
Tana's like, Argus, you don't have to pummel him into a pulp.
Have to, no. We'll enjoy it.
Okay, and so he'll have to. I'm about to knock that silly grin off your face, just like I did Silva. And he goes to, of course, strike you. What is your AC?
Well, optimally it's 18, but as it currently stands, I don't have my shield out.
Mm-hmm. Either way, he slugs you across the face. 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay, I'm down to 19.
Mm-hmm. And so he is just wailing on you. He manages to connect with that first right hook. And you see that he's getting ready to rear again and try to go for a left. But what do you do?
I'm going to activate my shield. Not my sword yet. I don't feel like it's that dire of a situation right now. And I'm going to use the thin side of it and give him a good old crack to the face with it.
Ooh. Roll.
Is this classified as an improvised weapon, or do I actually get like proficiency bonus on this?
Is shield part of your proficiencies?
Yes, technically.
Then no, it's not an improvised weapon. You know how to use this thing as offensively, so make your attack.
18 for shield smash.
Oh yes, roll that damage.
How much?
All right. It is going to be 1d6 plus, of course, your strength modifier.
7 points of damage.
Oh, and so after he goes ahead and smacks you into the face, all right, you kind of turn and go with it, and then all of a sudden your shield materializes on your arm. And are you going for the cross? You backhanding him? How are you doing this?
Oh, like just a straight up slug to the face. So like kind of like a Spartan shield skull cracker.
Ooh. And so you rear back and just clank as it smashes into his face and forehead, causing him to stagger back again and actually take a knee. Then he stands back up and shakes it off. And now he's ah!
You don't have to do this.
He leaps onto one of the hover tables and leaps off of it as if he is a wrestler coming off of the top rope. He is trying to crossbody you. And Andre fails me.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of like sidestep and let him hit the floor.
Ah! He just, like you said, you sidestep, you feel the whoosh of wind as he goes flying by, and he just slams himself onto the floor at the feet of the table with everyone else. Tana is cracking up. Ori is trying to put her arm in front of you, Aura, to make sure that nothing either splashes on you or crashes onto you.
Hey, could you play some better music for this fight, man?
As will Black Betty starts playing in the background.
Well, since we got this bet going, does that mean I'm rooting for the guy that's getting his ass kicked?
Yeah, I mean, but my guy did pull out a shield, so if we want to just call it off now, that's fine too. Like, it's kind of unfair.
No, it's not unfair. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna give him barrier.
Why?
Taking it even.
Fair deal. Also, I like get up on my chair that I probably dragged over, so I wasn't sitting in the middle of the booth, and I'm gonna hand him the chair. Here you go.
And with that, he looks at you. Thanks. He grabs the chair.
Really?
Ah! And so you said, what do you do, Argus, now that your old teammates have equipped him with barrier and a chair? So,
I'm gonna like try to step forward and slam him.
Blitz.
Yeah, and like slam him away from the table so people can.
Better not
eating.
lose, Argus. I got 10 cubal riding on you.
That's it. That's a 12.
and that is, wait a minute, barrier gives how much?
AC.
Say that one more time.
2 more AC.
Oh, yeah.
Creature of choice.
So that's a nope then.
Okay.
Right, and so he just pretty much rushes towards you and begins swinging that chair, and you step back, it kind of crashes against your shield, but he is definitely hammering and hammering and hammering. He goes for it again.
That matches my AC.
Okay. He finally manages to bat your shield away. And forgive me for another 7 points of damage as he breaks the chair over you.
Well, that brings me down to 12. So I'm not doing like terrible. But I'm starting to get sick of this guy. So, let's see what the roll says, because you know what?
Tana hops up on her seat. She is like, "You don't gotta take that, Argus. Kick him in the tentacles."
I'd actually kind of like to use what's the one, the scenic inspiration.
Okay. What is?
So basically.
Oh, cinematic advantage. You mean?
That's the one, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I kind of like to have an idea for that. So, as he's trying to, he hits me with the chair. I kind of like get pushed backwards, but use that momentum to put my foot back, come back around, and slam him in the side of the head with my the flat side of my shield. While he's staggering back, going, that is like flying Superman punch to the face with the shield.
So you want to use cinematic advantage to pretty much do a combo on him?
Yes.
Is that cinematic enough?
If not, I've got action surge. I got one way to beat the shit out of this guy, one way or another.
I'll leave it to the peanut gallery. You think that's cinematic enough?
I guess the call's on you, GM.
All right. You know what? Yeah. Go ahead. Get cinematic advantage on this. Right? Like you say, he just breaks the chair over you. You take that hard step back. You sharpen your focus. You launch yourself at him. Yeah.
It is actual advantage. It's not a numerical bonus or anything.
Yeah. It is. You roll into attack with advantage.
Wow.
And still didn't make it.
So, action surge.
Okay. And so you rush towards him, you get your shield right there, and it collides, but now he has his foot back, and you guys are pressing against one another.
John, you suck!
All right. So you jump up and you go for the Superman punch, to which it just bends that barrier that's around his face, placed by your own friend, Sagaristio, causing your fist to be deflected away from his head and to the side.
Tonto, you suck.
With that, you say, you laugh. Ah!
Come on, man. You fought harder than this.
He looks over, grabs one of the hovering tables, and tries to swat you with it.
That's a no-go.
It shatters against your shield. What do you do, Argus?
Rinse and repeat. Smack him in the face with the shield again. This guy's starting to piss me off.
Right.
How about 24?
Hey.
That's it.
Oh! Roll the damage.
Not a D20, it's a D6.
Mm-hmm.
Just stress. 6 points of damage.
And so after he takes the plate, that's not the plate, sorry, the table, and smashes it against your shield. In the same motion that you deflected his attack, you use that momentum to spin around 360 and backhand the spit and some of the grave skin flakes off of his face, spinning him around and causing him to land on his belly. He gets his hands and knees underneath him.
1, 2,
He kind of falls back down,
4.
gets up slowly,
Oh, 4.
gets one foot, leans back, stands up.
You don't have to make this any harder on yourself.
He goes ahead and spits on your... You can have her then.
Wait, who?
He goes, just walks off.
Does anyone else know what the hell he's talking about?
No, but give me my 10.
He wasn't knocked out.
I
Well, my guy clearly won.
No, he didn't. Neither of them are knocked out.
Go beat his ass.
No.
We can call it a draw and just keep our tens.
Right? As you guys are debating
My
that,
pride is hurt.
Captain Archer, there is something that you want to put before your crew.
Well, before I approach them, while they're having their tussle, I'll have a chat with the princess.
You go ahead, sit next to her. What do you say?
Come to my attention that there's potentially some cash still alive in Section 4. You think maybe you and I and the group here can go in and try to do a rescue on him.
Yeah.
I know a way over into it. Okay. The route in's a little bit dangerous, and I've also been told that there's a good chance the bad guys are still there. I don't want you to put yourself at unnecessary risk.
I'm gonna gesture to the bar fight.
Hmm. Point taken.
Clang.
And I'll take it. Point taken, and I'll take a sip from my drink.
Mm-hmm.
Once they're done working off this excess energy,
Mm-hmm.
cramped up in space. Guys like that, not excused, but
Of course. All right. But you've spoken with Princess Aura. She seems down for it. Argus, as you get back to the booth with the rest of your group, and all of a sudden, Archer's there. Tana, she is like, listen, you whooped him good. I mean, you did the thing with the shield and just a pow, and and he tried with the chair and sorry, you fought good, Argus, real good.
It feels like an unnecessary fight, but
Yeah,
one
that
must
chair
defend
came out of
himself.
nowhere.
Just
Yeah.
stares you dead in the eyes.
Aaron, oh man, you see he was taking some pretty decent hits too.
I've seen you use that maneuver before.
Mm.
Hand my opponent a weapon? I would never.
How dare you insinuate such accusations?
Just stares.
Stares motherfuckerly.
But Aura, with that, after he tells you about what may be in segment 4, once again another burst of ancient voices hits you in the spirit. Somehow they're aware that you know about them, and now they're calling on you even more heavily. You've already agreed with the captain to go and check this place out, but tell me, Princess Aura, what do you tell the rest of your party?
So, I just want to make you all aware there is something powerful in the sector I believe that we are going to be traveling to that I call dibs on. It's mine. You can have everything else, but that thing is mine.
I missed something, didn't I? What are we doing?
She has a job for us.
Well then, please give me a moment to catch my breath, as that was a little more invigorating than I expected.
I looked it.
And so with that, Tana's like, wait a minute, Archer, I kind of overheard. You said there's what in segment 4?
It's come to my attention that there are Kesh survivors potentially still there. However, we're also looking at some of the bad guys, the attackers here.
The
Potentially
Lorendi?
there. Yep.
Oh. But if there's Kesh survivors, we can't just leave them there.
Why do you think I brought it to your ladies' attention?
If I had to guess, it's because you
have it the
were
way
being
in.
paid to do so.
Me? Yeah.
Well, if there's Kesh that are in trouble, we have to do something about it, right?
Miss Tana, I may have to disagree with that. Again, we're supposed to be on a scientific expedition.
Well, think of it this way. You'll be studying Kesh-Lorendi relations. That's science.
We already know the relation with Lorendi.
It is so tense, it makes my dogs bark. But with that, as Captain Jonathan Archer begins to explain the few details that he's able to share with you, we're going to have to call it a night.
Fine.
Everything's going to be all right.
I got my ass whooped a little bit harder than I was expecting. I'm not going to lie.
True. But trust me, everything is going to be okay. Give me just a moment. What an adventure. Thank you again for joining us. I hope you enjoyed. And feel free to activate that like button and also subscribe. I just realized I didn't ask people to subscribe. Yeah. Like, subscribe, please comment. And I want to thank my players, Alloy, Master Draco, Dark Lovely, Tonto Tomahawk, and Typhoon 44. And I hope to see you all back here for another adventure in Esper Genesis.
Yep.